Sunderland could get like the lowest points ever if they come up. That would be class.
Josh, look at the smile on your face. All I can say is it's going to be great to see a massive club in the Premiership again.
Who's that?
That's Sunderland, massive.
All right.
Well, they sing a song about it, don't they?
They comment on our videos about it as well.
If Sedan's telling me he's one of the best in the world, he's got to be number one.
Whatever. It's over. Season's over.
Your club's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also like they should have fucking absolutely romped that league with the squad that they had. Actually, really like the Arsenal team. I just fucking hate their fans.
Right, we're back today. Podcast number 3.
Well, hey.
Josh has just come back of his holidays, suntanned. And we're all ready to start. And we're going to talk about the boxing first. The big fight that took place on Saturday. Go on, Shane, fire away.
Did anyone else watch it before I start?
I saw the highlights.
Yeah,
I didn't
watch
watch
it.
it.
Was crazy.
Watch
It
it
was
live.
crazy.
Brilliant.
Yeah, probably it was one of the. It's a weird one because it's like it wasn't the most technical fight, but it was like what boxing fans like. Just a proper tear up between.
But do you not think that, looking back on it, it should never have happened? He was Ben.
He was so weight drained.
Yeah.
Eubank.
But just the whole thing about professional boxing, I could understand why people were saying beforehand it shouldn't happen, but I didn't realise until the fight happened why it maybe shouldn't have took place. I thought Ben was brilliant.
Yeah, I mean,
he looked tiny.
Yeah, but also it's like the thing that just made it fair was he came up 2 weight classes, but they handicapped the shit out of Eubank Junior. It was like you're only allowed to be 160, then 170 on the day of the.
And do you think
fight.
Coming down was the bigger handicap?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, you could tell he was like, I say he was sluggish, but in round 12 he just. I did. If you noticed in the first 6 rounds, even though it was a small ring, he was trying to move. He was like moving around a lot, and then you could see his legs just went. So he was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna just stand still and I'll just get in the pocket and we'll just fight."
Because he did look bigger, didn't he? And I thought he would have used his jab a bit more and kept his distance.
He did for the first few rounds.
If Ben had connected with one of those shots in the first 6 rounds, or first 3 or 4 rounds,
but he did. He got one clean shot in the 3rd round. But the difference is he's going up 2 weight classes, so his power wasn't. Yeah. He's going to struggle to knock out I mean, Eubank must have been 180. I don't know, 180 pounds by the fight night.
I couldn't believe how much weight they put on so quickly.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm trying to get to 180 pounds, and I can't lose 4 pounds. I just keep on putting like the odd pound on here. But they were saying that if he weighed in at 160.2, and then he put on 10 pounds the next day.
He was allowed to put on 10 pounds.
You're suggesting that when he got in the ring,
he would have put more than that. He would have put more than that on if he could.
And before the fighting, would they do that through just eating food, like
just putting water back in their body? It's going to be the main one. That's what.
Is that why he was in hospital afterwards? I know he took a bit of a beating, but not a beating as in bad. But his face was all bruised. But was it dehydration?
Normally, if it was a normal, he wouldn't have gone to hospital. But I think that they had a semi-concern because of all the weight that he'd taken off. That they were like, it's a safety precaution.
So will he be able to pinch 2 inches today? Do you reckon?
I mean, he'll probably be 200 pounds today. It's like. Yeah. But they're talking about the rematch, and it's one of them where it's like...
I don't want to see a rematch. It's pointless.
It's one of them where it's probably not going to be as good as this, and it's also not healthy for you.
They're just doing it for money. I think they've proved a point where whoever won it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
They've done whatever they've done. Now they should just go away. And I mean, Eubank's... I'm not saying he's finished, but he hasn't been a world champion, has he?
No, and
he's on about finding... Is it
Canella.
No chance.
Yeah.
But I think Ben... could potentially do something in his weight.
I think he's in line for a world title shot at 147 pounds against Barrios, so he should technically go down and fight him. But he might earn $1 million for that fight, and he'll get 10 million if he fights.
Yeah, but it is about the money.
We can all sit here and say it won't happen, but if you're going to give me 10 million to fight again,
the one I want to see is so yesterday, is it Dubois is fighting?
Dubois fighting Usyk. Yeah, Usyk.
So Dubois pushed him in the.
It was the fakest push in the world. Yeah. It wasn't real.
But apparently afterwards, I just heard it on the radio there. Afterwards, what's happened is they were having a go at Usyk about the low blow. Yeah. So he said, well, okay, guys, 4 of you will just fight it out. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. I want Usyk.
And then there was a big guy in the Dubois team, and he was like giving it the big, and I can't remember his name. And then I saw a thing on Twitter.
Was he a nobody? Did you say that little bit with Eubank?
Yeah.
When Billy Joe Saunders comes in, and that guy's going, I'm not a nobody.
The guy who was like in this 4-on-4 thing, that was like the one from Dubois' team that was arguing with Usyk.
Right.
They like came up with a thing, and he was like an ex-boxer that had like got knocked out by some guy who had like 28 losses on his record, and he's like squaring up to Usyk, like the guy who's like nobody's beat, and he's like, I'll fucking knock you out. It's like, I mean, come on, mate. Like, also these like Ukrainian people are like, they're fucking mental, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh God.
It's bad enough fighting him in a ring, let alone in a street fight. You're having a laugh.
I just think boxing. I like watching boxing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't have a nose for boxing, but it's just sad. I mean, I know it's about the money. That's the sad thing.
It is
And
for. I mean, yeah.
It's like Tyson Fury's coming back. Well, he's retired. Is it 3 times now?
Yeah, I mean, no one believed he was retired.
You know, he's obviously going to fight AJ. I mean, AJ's lost the last 3 fights he's fought, has he? Or did he beat somebody? I'd rather watch
He
Derek
lost a couple,
Chisora.
yeah, they reckon he's in line for a world title shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah.
I think it is. It's a shame because it's become such a money-based thing. But we'd all be the same if you all had the chance. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
but it's like when you go back, the best always used to fight the best.
So there's a question. Would you rather watch Eubank Jr. versus Benn Jr. or Eubank Sr. versus Benn Sr.? I'd rather watch Benn and Eubank Seniors. 2 old men just fighting in the ring. It'd be great.
Be Jake Paul fighting both of them soon, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's the other. Oh, let's not go down that route.
Because he's now fighting Chavez Jr. or something. I saw the poster for it, and it was like he's an ex-world champion, like one of the shit belts, but he's also like 39, and he lost in a boxing fight to Anderson Silva, who's not a boxer, he's a UFC fighter who Jake Paul beat. So it's kind of like, it's just like.
But did Jake Paul fight Tyson? Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
And I was surprised when I watched that how poor Mike Tyson was. I would have thought, in my 50s, I would have thought that Tyson would have put up a bit of a
It looked a bit
fight.
like he'd been paid not to knock him out.
Right, Elliot, let's talk Man United on Thursday. Right? Make sure we get that conversation going.
Yeah. Did you watch a game at the weekend, Man United game?
Yeah.
I did.
No, don't talk about that. Let's
No,
get it in there.
no,
Let's
yeah.
get it in because
I'm with you. I don't want to talk about it.
4-2, 5 minutes to go. I was getting dead excited.
I was so upset. Okay.
Oh,
When
so was I when it finished.
No,
when they got the player sent off,
That's a good conversation. We're going to talk about that.
I was like, they had the player sent off, and I thought,
it.
you're gonna win now.
Oh, Destiny. Leon
Yeah.
just fell apart.
And then they scored 2 goals. They were like fucking unreal. But they literally were celebrating like they'd already won, hadn't they? And I was
Yeah.
like, oh god.
There was only 4 minutes or 5 minutes to go. It was literally
Yeah, plus Fergie time. There was a good
Yeah.
bulk of added time on.
But it
weren't
took 6 minutes for us to score all the goals.
there? Yeah,
So I mean,
Is that what it was?
yeah,
but it was one of the you could see it happening. Like when you got the first one, it was like if you get another one now, I think you'll actually get a winner because it was like every time you attacked, it looked like you were going to score.
the minute Maguire went up front, I was
I was
up on
fucking
my
buzzed
seat.
off that. Go on,
I was
Harry.
on my seat. Yeah, it's so
who,
good.
Who got the first? Who got the goals? It was. Was it a penalty? Was there a penalty?
Yeah, I think Fernandez scored a penalty.
Fernandez scored a penalty.
Fernandes.
Then Kobe Mainu scored a nice, pretty decent goal, wasn't it? And
I
then,
wasn't watching. I was watching a love story or
Was
something
it
on there.
Euro scored first?
oh yeah, he scored a header, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, but Fernandez scored a penalty in the game, I think, didn't he?
Yeah.
They must have been fucking gutted,
Oh,
Leon.
Yeah.
Like, it must have been an
So good.
absolute killer for them. Like,
so good.
but you've got Athletic Bilbao in the next round, so you're gonna get bummed in that game anyway.
Do you think?
It's like- I mean,
It's just it's a completely different team that turns up. Like whether
Yeah.
it's a league game or.
Yeah, I mean, I think are you away for the first game at home? On Thursday's game, is it home or away?
It's away.
Away.
I think
God, see, man, that's because I think having the home leg second at home is brilliant.
it's. Yeah.
you Spurs are playing that Bodo Glint, aren't they? And
Yeah.
they're definitely
But
going. It's going to be like Bodo Glint in the final. They're going to win it, aren't they? They're going to win beat Man United in the final. It's going to be.
But I just think normally I want English teams to win. Seriously, if in Europe normally I would want an English team to win, but because of the fair play ruling and the Newcastle United fan, I don't want any of them to win. I want because can you imagine if Man City don't win the FA Cup? Unfortunately, they're still going to qualify for the Champions League. We don't want Chelsea in the top 5.
Yeah, well, they're not going to be in the top 5.
And then you look at if Man United don't get Champions League football next season, it'll knock them back years.
Yeah.
And then Spurs. Yeah, I want to see them suffer.
So hateful.
But it's all down to money again.
Yeah.
Because previously, I would like to see Spurs win the cup, and I don't mind Chelsea winning the cup, and I'd like to see an English team win the Champions League. But the fact that it affects my football team now.
Well, they were saying
Don't
as
care
well
about them.
on TalkSport this morning. They were saying like they had people calling in like, "Do you want Arsenal to?"
Yeah,
do
yeah.
Well, they had fans of all different clubs, and like everyone was just calling it like, "Now, I want to lose." And I was like, "But the thing is I'm similar. Like you always want."
I'd always want an English team
do
to win.
well.
Yeah, whatever.
But Arsenal, I actually really like the Arsenal team. I just fucking hate their
The
fans.
fans.
Like,
The
worst
fans.
fucking fans.
The fans.
The fans are fucking
Wow.
awful. Like, and Arteta's a fucking penis as well.
Yeah.
But like
But
the
apart
players,
from that,
I actually like their players. They've
Yeah.
got like some decent players, and the players don't actually seem like they're massive bellends like their manager and their fans.
I kind of wanted Arsenal to win it purely because it'll make Liverpool,
Less of a
less. Yeah.
See,
But-
that's good rival. That's the Man United Liverpool
Yeah,
rival.
it
That's
is.
good.
It is, but at the same time, they've just won the Premier League, so they're not going to be.
I hadn't realised that Liverpool had won the Premier League the same amount of times as well, not the Premier League, but the Football League. Because they
like
do that.
top division.
Yeah, because I think
they've
they've both won 20 league titles, haven't they now?
Yeah.
Was it
Liverpool have
38
won.
majors as well?
Yeah, Liverpool are.
Yeah.
I think it was like when you actually break down the cups that have been won, like on paper, Liverpool's is
The amount of headlines,
more impressive with like.
headlines Man United has been in since Liverpool won the Premier
know.
League. You'd think we were second.
Second
Yes.
bottom.
Yeah.
You're right about the different performances between cup, but I think it was we were saying it about Palace when Palace came to play
Yeah, Newcastle.
Newcastle and we absolutely thumped them.
Yeah.
I was like saying, I genuinely think the players are like, I do not want to get injured for the
injured.
semi-final of,
Yeah.
of the, and then they turn up to Wembley and put a show on against Villa. They were unreal.
I mean, they looked
Unbelievable.
unbelievable, didn't they?
But they did the similar thing
Yeah.
to what we did in the Carabao Cup
Yeah.
final. Like, do you see their fans? They did that big display and they had all the pyros,
Oh,
everything.
did
and
they?
it was
I
like,
never
yeah,
seen it.
they were setting off flares and
Yeah.
pyros, and it was like, and then you had like all the Villa fans, and they weren't, loads of them weren't even in club colour, weren't even wearing club colour. So it was like you looked at their half and it was like nothing. Then you looked at Palace's half, and if, like we said, if the players come out and you see that, you're like, that's going to give you an
Yeah, it's
extra
gonna
10%,
Yeah.
surely. Like,
Was that a true story about Liverpool winning the Premier League? And then all the flares that went off were blue.
yeah.
Somebody
So I wasn't
somebody
sure,
repackaged
yeah, I
it.
wasn't sure if it was true when I first saw it. So there's a guy on Twitter, and he was like, "My pals bought like
10,000,
10,000 red
10,000.
flares, and he'd repackaged it. It changed the labels. They were blue flares, and
Flares.
he changed them from blue to red.
To red.
Yeah, I
So
respect
when
that so
Liverpool won the
much.
cup, when they put the cup out or whatever, all these flares.
Did
went
you
off
see the
and they were
videos?
blue.
There was a lot
Yeah,
of blue,
yeah, I
blue
did, yeah.
flares.
And then there was people videoing it from outside the stadium, and there was out of Anfield. There was all these blue flares coming out. And I thought
I mean, it's dedication, that, and it's pure 100% respect
Yeah.
for
Someone
that.
said he would have had to do it by hand.
Yeah, it was.
Take
Yeah.
off the labels by hand. Great.
Yeah, that is literally pettiness.
You
I
love-
can agree with
Yeah, you
1,000,000%.
love to see it. You
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely love to see
That's
it.
what. That's what they were saying.
I mean,
But
I wouldn't have had the patience to do it, but
Or the money.
or yeah, true, yeah.
But how do they get them in the ground? I thought they weren't allowed to take flares into the ground.
Yeah, I mean, do you get searched when you go into Newcastle?
Of course, I don't get searched.
You probably do.
You know what I mean? I've got me Bovril and me pie. You know, I might spill something.
But yeah, I think I don't know. It feels like the Premier League, other than the race for like the European places, it's felt a
it's
bit
all done.
meh.
Yeah.
And at this season, like
It's been decided. Everything was decided like how many weeks ago?
yeah, not like fully
It hasn't really
mathematically,
finished though, has it? Let's think about it. I mean, the challenge now is, can Man United finish fourth bottom, or will it be Spurs? I mean, Wolves have been on it. They've won 5 games in a row, so it's great. It's great, man. Still going. Man United fourth bottom. Come on, Elliot.
As well, what is it?
You're getting stronger.
Don't mean anything, does it?
Yeah, you're getting stronger.
Don't mean anything. Not playing for anything. Playing kids. Whatever. It's over.
Yeah,
Season's over.
your club's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
As if
the
you-
head. That's the
As
head.
if you don't get Champions
it's
League,
over.
it will be a. I think it will be a.
So I'm just go. Let's
Struggle.
go from the bottom up. We've got Southampton. We've got Leicester. We've got Southampton, Leicester, then Ipswich.
Then West Ham.
Oh, West Ham, and then is it Man United, then
I
Spurs?
think there's one more. I think there's one-
Because Wolves, I think Wolves have won the last 4
yeah,
or
Wolves
5
are
games.
Wolves are basically in Europe, aren't they? I think
What
with
do you think they
their
were?
recent form.
Do you know if an English team wins the Europa, does that knock the top 5 down to top 4, or does it mean
Don't believe-
6
No,
English teams are
no,
going to be in the
there's-
Champions League?
Yeah, 6. Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
Crikey,
That
Moses, that's a good point. So
Six
if
Saw one yes-
Man U win or Spurs win, there'll
If-
be 6 teams in the.
6 English
if
teams in the Champions
there's a
League.
certain thing that might happen where we end up with 6 in the Champions League, 3 in the Europa League, and nobody in the Conference League.
That's
Because
crazy.
we're meant to be in the
Because
Conference
we've
League at the
qualified
minute.
through the. And
Yeah,
if
yeah.
Chelsea win it.
And if Chelsea win it, they go into the Europa League, irrelevant of where they finish in the
Oh,
league.
you know how last year
So
we.
then the team in the league will go into Europa League. So it will be like a.
Well,
thing of-
the way the football works, what will happen there is Man United won't win that cup, right?
Good to know.
And what will happen is Newcastle will qualify for the Champions League. Chelsea will win their cup, and then somehow FIFA and the FA or whatever it's called these days he'll say, "Oh well, Man United have got such a great history. We'll let them go into the Conference Cup."
I'm going to post that clip.
That money
When
is on
United
it.
win the cup.
Hey, Elliot, I love it.
That's very brave, Elliot. It's a brave statement after the performance.
What cup are we talking about?
it.
Are we talking about this cup, next year's cup, or the cup? One day you will post
It'll
that.
be the EFL Football League Club. You'll be winning soon, mate. So you got West Ham 17th, Tottenham 16th, Everton 15th, then Man United. So look at that. You're like you're miles away. You're like 14th, mate. That's
but look how many points.
Sky high that is.
Look how many points Man United have got.
39.
How many points have West Ham got?
36.
There you
39 is fucking abysmal.
Come on, Hammers.
39 points from 34 games.
How many losses is it? Like, it's
That doesn't say on
I
there.
think Spurs have lost 18 games this season. I heard that.
Yeah, we had like we had far more draws, didn't we?
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, I couldn't believe it was a Saturday or Sunday. Wolves were winning one. Was it who were Man U playing at the weekend?
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth winning 1-0. I thought, get in. 92 minutes have gone perfect. Turned off. Check the next day, and your centre forward had scored in the 96th minute. Fergie's time's getting extended. Yeah. But I've been doing this. It's I don't know what it's called. Last man standing.
Yeah.
And there's two people. So the thing that we do, there's about 300 people do it, and finished before Christmas, and they relaunched it. And there's two people left at the weekend, and they've got three teams to pick from, and they've both got Leicester and Southampton, and one person's picked Leicester, one person's picked Southampton. That's
is it where you can't pick the same team twice? Yeah.
So it's last man standing.
Yeah, class.
But it's all come down to two people, and literally one's gone for Leicester because they're at home, and one's gone for Southampton.
Southampton are in better form now, aren't they?
Yeah.
They actually don't look too bad.
I think the winner wins about 1,500 quid or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But if you added up, if you added up Ipswich's points, Leicester's points, and Southampton's points, they'd be on 49 points, which would put them 11th.
Wow.
From like over 100 games.
It's just the gap between the Championship and the Premier League's
well, I
knackered now,
realised
isn't
this
it?
year the teams that go down were promoted, and the same thing happened last season.
Yeah.
But they were saying as well, like, I read a thing about, the parachute payments.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, you go down, you get a
half
block,
of
and
what
you get a block the year after. If the teams come back up, they don't obviously get the parachute payment. But instead of it getting split between everybody in the Football League, it goes to the teams in the Premier League. That's bad. You'd think if it was going to go to like Championship clubs anyway, you'd be like, well, fuck it. If there's 100 million, split it between every Football League club to give them a hand. But instead, no. So it's why you see the same teams come up, same teams go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what we got Leeds, Burnley.
Leeds, Burnley, and it'll be one of Sheffield United,
Sunderland.
No, Sheffield United, Coventry, or Middlesbrough. They want it.
No, Middlesbrough.
So
Are Bristol City are in it. Bristol City are in it at the minute.
Are they?
Millwall are 1 point behind.
Yeah.
We want to get them in the Prem. That'll be a laugh, wouldn't it?
I think there's 5th and 6th place to play for, and it goes down to 9th.
Yeah.
Because
Blackburn, I think, can still get in. Middlesbrough still can. Yeah.
But do you think Leeds will sack the manager?
So it feels harsh, but he has also been there with Norwich and took them straight back down.
But surely you sack your manager based on the fact that it's not what he's done for other teams, it's what he's going to do for this team.
Yeah, but also like they should have fucking absolutely romped that league with the squad that they had.
Right.
Their squad's like fucking head and shoulder, and the money they're like wage bills head and shoulders above everyone else.
It's going to be interesting next season because people have come up this year. Ipswich haven't changed their style of football. Southampton didn't change their style of football. Burnley obviously bored everybody out of the conference, out of the championship. It's going to be interesting if they.
Well, yeah, I think that's what they're the best. They're the like best.
Well, they had
prepped team to stay in the Prem. Basically, it's like be solid, hard to beat.
Yeah.
Get some draws, nick some wins.
It could be transfer merry-go-round as well because Bournemouth in the Premiership are talking about losing 3 or 4 players.
Yeah.
We obviously haven't bought anybody for 3 transfer windows, so it's going to be interesting how it all pans out.
Man United are going to have to sell because they've got no money.
Yeah, but have they? Will they? They'll find another rule where they'll just. Keith was telling me at the weekend that they got extra compensation because of COVID over other Premiership teams. I mean,
who would they sell where they would actually get good money for them?
Anthony.
What?
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony's actually unreal now.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But did you see Gary Neville's must have done an interview with what's he called, Jim Callahan or whatever his name is.
Jamie Callahan.
Jimmy Radcliffe. What's the new director of Man U called? Sir Jim
Ratcliffe.
Yeah. And so Gary Neville's done this interview, and basically all the old players, which I'm presuming is from the 60s, it costs £40,000 a year to put this, to give them some. I don't know how it works, but they give the old players some revenue, and it's been taken away from them. And all Gary Neville says, well, why don't you do a dinner? Why don't you sell a ticket for 50 quid, 60 quid, 100 quid, and you'll make more than it? And Jim's like, oh, well, we never thought of that. If I'm a Man U fan watching this happen, I'm thinking, great.
Gary Neville's running the club.
Yeah.
Well, do you think they'll ever take any advice from the likes of Neville or Keane? Or do you think that's gone?
No. I think I think it's a mess now, isn't it? Because they've spent so much money, and
yeah,
you're not getting, if you're constantly getting top four and you're qualifying for Champions League, it kind of gives you a break, doesn't it? Whereas I think that's what they're saying now. It's like, it's pivotal that they get Champions League because the manager needs new players.
Yeah.
And they don't want to have to be, if it's like we have to sell to buy, all of a sudden, if you wanted 50 million for Kobe Mainoo, for example,
but the
clubs are going to be offering 30 million because they know you need the money. It's like,
but they're suggesting players will still come to Man United because it's Man United. But surely a player,
was it Gary Neville who said Isaac he'd want to play for teams like Man United?
Was it?
Like,
Did he?
How long ago was that, though?
But he's going
like a few weeks ago.
He's going to Arsenal anyway, isn't he?
He already plays for Arsenal, I think.
Yeah, I thought so. He looked great.
I saw a really interesting video on because obviously, have you seen like every club in the Premier League's getting a new stadium, and all around the world, but obviously for years that's never happened. So it's like TV rights, that was where all the money was, but that's started to plateau. So it's plateauing in the Premier League, but in like the French league's knackered. It's really awful, dropping. Spanish league's dropping. So match day revenue is like super important now, which is why everyone's doing the new stadium. So it was like Man U are getting their new one based off Real Madrid, because their earnings for match day were about the same, about 143 million a year.
Right.
Since
the Bernabeu's been redone, that's gone up to like 250 million a year.
Also,
so,
all the
and is that because they get revenue from other
all the
concerts, like Tottenham's.
And it comes into the club's profit.
Yeah, so they were saying this year Tottenham are going to have more non-footballing events there than football matches at their new stadium.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like
it'll be interesting to see how much revenue they get from non-football events.
100%, yeah.
You know, compared to what
it'll be loads.
They would do.
It'll be loads.
And it's all the corporate and the food and everything like that now.
Also, the cost of the stadium is it doesn't go on your P&L.
It doesn't,
so
no.
if you do a new stadium, like it's just, it's not like all of a sudden you don't have to. I thought
that's how Everton got stung.
Yeah, I think it's changed since then, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because they were saying...
they've changed because Man United are building a new stadium.
Yeah.
It would probably be that, to be fair.
Did you see... so what about the Copa del Rey? Barcelona, Madrid?
Yeah.
I forgot the German centre-half. What's his name?
Rudiger,
yeah.
What's he doing?
He's just off his head, isn't he?
But you see, threw 2 bags of ice or something at the referee. So it's gone an extra time. I think I didn't see what happened.
Yeah, so Real Madrid were 2-1 up. Barcelona scored right at the end.
Right.
To make
extra
it 2-2.
time.
Went to extra time and they scored like 5 minutes before the end, and then everyone just went fucking mental, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he was gonna kill someone, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And has he got as the manager gone now? Is Madrid's manager leaving?
They reckon he'll be going at the end of the month.
And is that where Klopp's going to step in?
Well, yeah, I could see that link, but Ancelotti's going to Brazil. Apparently.
What is the manager?
National manager.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
They wanted him last summer, but he ended up staying at.
Because Brazil they've had a rough ride, haven't they? Are they on the verge of not qualifying for the
They'll still qualify, I think, but they might have to do a playoff or something.
Yeah.
But you've got Xabi Alonso as well from Bayer Leverkusen. So the reason Ancelotti stayed a year was because Real Madrid wanted him last year. Liverpool wanted him, didn't they?
Yeah.
Everyone wanted him.
So that could be interesting where they goes.
Then obviously they're going to come second this year, but they've also like sold a few of their players. They're going to lose like Florian Wirtz is going to go this summer, so they're going to lose a few of their big hitters, and I think he'll be like, he might go to.
And they're second, I think, aren't they? The minute Leverkusen.
Because I sort of did see Klopp as well said that he wouldn't come back for one more year. He wants like another year out, but I mean,
when he talks,
yeah, it does. Yeah. Did you see talking about the FA Cup? Did you see all the controversy over City not selling those? They handed back 5,000 tickets, didn't they, or something?
Pep wants a northern.
I think it's fair.
Yeah,
I think it's fair.
Well, you're obviously too. Well, that's what used to happen in the olden days. You went to Hillsborough, or you went to Villa Park.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think I'm very split on it because I think like surely there's enough fans. You know, like when we got to the final, yeah, fair enough, it was. But you probably could have sold out our allocation 10 times over with the amount of fans from all over the world that would have wanted to go there. But I do get it at the same time. What was it? They've been to Wembley like 30 times in
39 since they redid it.
Yeah, I mean, come on, and it's a semi-final. You're going to be back there. I saw a guy posted that the ticket was like 90 quid, and then it was like getting there, all this stuff. He said it cost him like 400 odd quid.
But again, if they did the semi-finals in the north, for example, if it was in Manchester and we're Newcastle, it's still going to cost us as a fan to go down there.
Yeah.
And I think the FA Cup's a very delicate little one. Personally, I think it should be the way it is at the moment. They should keep it at Wembley, but I think they should bring replays back, and they should bring the authenticity back to what the FA Cup's all about.
I think even with the semi-final, I think the semi-finals being at Wembley takes a little bit away from the final being at Wembley.
I think what you'll find now though is the clubs. What's Wembley? 80,000. Is Man United 75? So there's now stadiums in the country to do that.
Yeah.
But it still costs the same amount of money whether you go to London or whether you go to Manchester.
I did read something that it was like, it's vital for Wembley to get that.
Well, it goes back to what you said about revenue, doesn't it? It's what Josh said about revenue. That's why it's at Wembley.
Yeah, 100%.
But I do get the argument from Pep and from some City fans, like the City fans that go all the time that are then like, I'm not going to go to the semi-final. It's like, it's kind of fair if you've been to Wembley yourself 30 times in 10 years, you're going to be a bit like...
So is it a suggestion that the likes of City haven't grown the fan base around the world?
I think the argument
like Man United have,
I think
teams in London have.
The argument is they haven't grown it as much as they say they have grown it because they have the biggest revenue in the whole of the Premier League. But it's like, but how? Because you clearly don't have as many
I don't understand how a football team as big as Man City can give back 5,000 tickets.
Yeah,
whether they've been to 39 finals or not.
But the difference is...
Man United wouldn't have done that. Newcastle wouldn't have done that. Sunderland wouldn't have done... Nobody would do that.
But you might have if you'd been to the final that many times. I still don't think you would have, but... There's got to be a lot of Man City's fans are probably younger. You think back to like when I was at school, I was in Norwich and everyone was Man United fans because Man United were the best team then. So it's like City are the best team now. A lot of their fans are probably younger that don't, they're not going to buy tickets to go down to.
I don't know. You think you'd have that many fans just in London though? Yeah. Like literally, that seems crazy.
I mean, but if then again, the Etihad's empty, isn't it? There's always empty seats in the Etihad.
Well, they fucked them over with price. What was it? 71 quid. The cheapest ticket was £71.
Did they give the 5,000 tickets to Nottingham Forest then?
No, they it was just empty.
Oh, right.
See
that?
Did
you not see the picture? There was just a whole block of the stand.
Because Forest would have got rid of those. They're well supported.
Yeah. I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's like Forest could have probably sold out the whole of Wembley.
Yeah.
We could have. Yeah. Crystal Palace could have. Yeah. Villa probably could have because we don't get there that often. So it's a.
At the moment, Shane, we don't get there that often.
But Liverpool obviously sold out their allocation for the Carabao Cup final and stuff, but then
forgot the voices.
Yeah, because that's what happens. Because they had a load of tourist fans that probably went to those.
The sympathy. I'm loving the sympathy, Shane.
I'm just being honest.
He's feeling sorry for Liverpool fans.
I don't feel sorry for Liverpool fans.
Honestly,
I just think it's a fair argument.
You couldn't sell all your tickets. Sell all your tickets.
I just think that they should move that. They should probably have the games at different places for the semi-finals,
like Wembley,
like somewhere. But even if it's like Villa Park or places that are not in fucking London.
Yeah. Millennium Stadium, they used to use that a lot, didn't they?
Yeah.
Cardiff one.
That was when Wembley was being redone.
Hang on a sec, we're going to start talking about Wrexham now, right? I'm just going to keep quiet.
Why?
Because.
Honestly. It hasn't got Amazon Prime.
Disney Plus.
I haven't watched it. Have you watched it?
I haven't watched this, the most recent one there.
They must be getting loads of income though.
Yeah, it's insane.
I wonder how that affects their PSR.
It goes back to money in business, doesn't it? I mean, what the two guys have done that have bought it have done a phenomenal job in turning that into a business.
100%, yeah.
But you can't really hate on it. It'd be amazing if it's like.
Well, the manager is it Parkinson?
He was at Salford. Yeah.
Was it at Sunderland?
He was. I don't know. He was at Salford, I think. When.
Yeah, no, but what's interesting for me is he's a manager that has always been in the lower divisions.
Yeah.
And has he brought them up through the three different? Because they've had back to back, haven't they?
Yeah.
So it is a good story. I just think it's back to the money scenario again. And I think what's frustrating for me is the fact that we can't spend our money because everybody hates us and stops us spending it. So yeah, I don't like the Wrexham story.
But I don't think you're under as much scrutiny in the lower divisions as to,
Well, but they've got
like they're gonna, when they come up, it'll be like, are your sponsorship deals fair? All of a sudden they'll be sponsored by TikTok.
But it's going to be really interesting how that works.
Yeah, I know.
Like Wrexham coming into the Championship,
they'll start attracting a load of Premier League players down to that.
Well,
100%,
lower Premier League players.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff,
subs, reserve players.
Yeah.
Or like,
but they've got quite a good. They've got a good mix. That's what I'm saying. The manager's got to take some credit with what he's done to get them through the divisions, and he's mixed. Sort of, presume there's young players with some of the historical ones.
I mean, they've got I'm pretty sure they had 5 strikers, and they went and signed another fucking 5 in January.
Yeah. Well, Fletcher's playing, isn't he?
Yeah, Fletcher,
Yeah.
fucking Jay Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob Lee's son plays for him. Elliot Lee, he plays
Right.
for. He's decent.
So it's going to. Yeah. So I think next season will be interesting with them coming up. But that division, what a division that's going to be.
Birmingham obviously gone back up as well, and they've got a bit of money now.
Have you seen Cardiff have got relegated?
Yeah.
How's that happened?
Because of shit.
But it's just I didn't realise they were because they're bottom of the Plymouth are above them now.
Yeah, Plymouth are on a roll.
I think
if they got rid of Rooney a week earlier, they'd probably.
I think Plymouth have they now been relegated? I think
they have to beat Leeds like 29-0 on the last day to stay.
But I mean, I think Derby are safe now. I think it might be Hull.
Hull are in the relegation at the minute,
Yeah.
but then there's Hull, Derby. There was a couple of other teams. It was like I'll see if I can find it.
It is. I've got some friends that support Barnsley, and it's frustrating there because they've got a great fan base, but they just can't get any investment into the club.
Yeah.
And if you look at teams like Wrexham,
Yeah.
and other teams that are trying to, but Barnsley, I mean, they've got a fantastic fan base. It's a great community. It's a great ground. It's a great stadium. Great fans.
They were Premier League for years, weren't they? When I
One
was
year.
growing up?
One year. It was only 1 year. Yeah, I think they got an FA Cup final, and they got Danny Wilson was the
I
manager.
seem to remember them being like
but they've always
around there.
And also, I like going there as a Newcastle fan because we always win. But no, it's just sad to see that. It's just as you said about the £100 million parachute payment. It would be great to see that distributed amounts through their clubs.
Yeah.
We battered them this season, didn't we? 7-1 or something. How was that game? It was a good game.
Found your level.
Yeah, that's all I
So the Championship, you've got Hull in 22nd in the last relegation place. They're on 48 points.
Yeah.
Then you've got Luton 49, Preston 49, Derby 49, Stoke 50. So on that last day of the season, it's like...
But that's funny because Hull sacked their manager, Rossini,
yeah.
And he nearly had them in the playoffs last season.
They did have an unreal team, though. They had, Fabio Carvalho. They had, loads of, decent loan players and stuff.
But the fact that they got rid of him, surely
he's a good manager. He's
yeah.
at Strasbourg now, doing really
Is
well.
he?
And, yeah, he's got them, they're just outside the European places.
And I don't get
he
Stoke.
was the assistant to Rooney in that when he was at, everywhere Rooney did well.
Yeah.
He was his
his
assistant, and then
that's
ever
right.
since he's not been his assistant.
I don't get Stoke City all the money that they have invested in their team, and they're struggling again.
Yeah.
Can they go down? Are they?
They can go down, yeah. So yeah,
Wow.
they're on 50 points. So everyone up to them can still go down.
But you think about
Crazy.
that division next season. If you've got Leicester, Southampton, Ipswich down,
Yeah.
and then you've got teams like Wrexham coming up,
Birmingham.
and then Birmingham coming up, who again have invested in the club.
I think there's
Sunderland.
Sunderland will still be in.
Middlesbrough. But no, I mean you've got Sunderland, Middlesbrough. You've got some big clubs.
100%.
Blackburn.
Yeah, it's going to be really
It's going to
tight.
be. It's going to be
Charlton
really
are in the
tight.
playoffs
Yeah,
for the
they've
division
come
below,
back
so
good.
they might be.
Yeah.
Reading are just outside the playoffs.
Yeah.
Bolton, no, they can't reach it now.
I could see Sunderland coming up in the playoffs.
No,
I
they're,
don't
they're
think-
in
I
shocking
think-
form at the minute,
Yeah,
now, aren't they?
I
Like,
could
they-
still
Again,
see
that
it
goes back.
happening.
Will there be? Why do you want to put yourself into a situation where you could get injured?
yeah.
But I think there's a split with Sunderland fans. I think some of them would, obviously most of them would like to see them come up to the Premiership, but it goes back to that investment, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You come up, look at Leicester and Ipswich. I mean, Leicester City, how they haven't been able to sort of maintain some sort of standard in the Premiership with all the investment they've had in the last 10 years.
Yeah, and they won a Premier
And
League.
they won a Premier League.
FA Cup.
Did they win an FA Cup?
Yeah. Brendan Rodgers, yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be...
Sunderland could get the lowest points ever if they come up. That would be class.
Josh,
Get
look at the
that
smile
record.
on your face.
That's all right. They've got that guy they signed from Roma who's the best player in the whole world, apparently. Can't remember
Well,
his name.
all I can say is it's going to be great to see a massive club in the Premiership again.
Who's that?
Well, Sunderland, massive.
Yeah. All right.
Well, they sing a song about it, don't they?
They comment on our videos about it as well.
Yeah.
The other thing I had is, did you see the NFL draft Do you follow NFL or anything?
I did. I couldn't believe it was so early. I didn't see it happen.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
So the big like talking point of this one has been there's a ex NFL player called Shedeur Sanders.
Right.
And he was like a Hall of Famer, like unreal, and he then became a coach at like university level, and he ended up coaching his son, who's a quarterback, and like they went to 2 different places, won some stuff, and his son then was in the draft this year, and like
How old's his son?
fuck knows, I don't know the ages, but young. Like
I just wonder are they 20 when they come.
yeah, I
to
think
the draft,
they
something
are
that?
like early 20s.
Yeah.
I think maybe 20. But when I first started, like I follow it loosely, not like full on, and I started seeing him, and I'd watch the TV series he was in, and I was like, oh, sound he's going to be in it, and he was like projected to go number 1, first pick of the whole draft. Then it was like there was another quarterback, and it was like between them it's going to be 1 or 2, and then it was like as the week came, it was like, well, he's definitely going to be top 10, and then it literally like so I don't know if you've seen any of the NFL thing, like they sit with their family and that, like at the event, they're all like sat there, and then the team go up and they get like X amount of minutes to decide who they want. They then ring the person. They're like, "Oh, hey,
And the person
welcome
are they
to
in
the
the
team."
are they in the stadium?
Yeah, they're like there at their stadium. They ring
Right.
the person there at wherever the draft's taking place, and they're like, then they go up on the stage and they get announced as the person.
Does the player get a choice?
No.
You say no.
No.
All right.
No,
Well, I guess
they
you
don't
could
get
say
choices?
no.
No, you can't.
Can you not? You
no,
what?
no, no.
If
you
you're
get
in the draft,
you get
that's it.
drafted. Yeah.
So you just got to move to that place.
Yeah.
And, right. Okay.
Yeah, you just got to move there and earn like £10 million and be like, oh
Just
no,
got to pray
what a
it's
shame.
somewhere sunny.
So he didn't get picked in the whole of the. So he didn't get picked in the top 10.
How many players are in the draft?
Like loads.
Oh, there's loads.
Like yeah,
So
like
there's
a lot of people don't get drafted at
Right,
all that
yeah.
are in the draft. But like obviously the best people go in the first round.
Yeah.
So the best people go in the top 10.
Yeah.
Then there's like I think the rest of the first round maybe goes to like 50 people or something like that. Then there's second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth round. He didn't go in the top 10. Everyone was like, oh fucking hell, that's a bit of a surprise. Then he didn't go in the whole of the first round, so the first day.
What?
So he's like sat there like he's wearing like iced out chains and everything and all this. Where he's like he's obviously got money from his dad and that and his own stuff. Didn't get picked. And everyone was like, what the fuck? Whole second day didn't get picked.
Wow.
Like he went in the 5th round. He went in like the 120 something pick. And like the big thing again, I don't know loads about it, but he's good. I've literally watched him play and he's good. So it's like he's a lot better than 100 and odd pick. But
Did you see the call? So you know you said at the beginning where people were calling it. Did the video or did you get to see?
And he's still really excited.
And where's he gone to?
Cleveland Browns.
Right.
They're like one of the worst teams. But like a lot of the things I've read is that what happens is you there's the NFL Combine, which is where they like you get to show your skills. So you do like a 40-yard dash. You do loads of passes if you're a quarterback. You do loads of other stuff. And he's at the Combine. A lot of the really top players are like, I'm not doing it. I'm too good. And he was one of them. Said like, oh, no, I'm not working out.
Wow.
But like a lot of the top players do. So it wasn't like a specific thing to him. But then what happens is the teams that are like interested in people will then go and do an interview with them. So like they might come to your house, sit down and like talk to you and like quiz.
So it's not like no one's quizzed him before the.
And a lot of the
draft.
feedback, again, I don't know how true it is that when they did these interviews, he like seemed very disinterested and was like trying to dictate like what he would do for your
team
franchise, you know. So he's like, pick me, I'll make this change and I'll do this. Whereas like obviously what the team want is someone who's like humble, coachable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas
So it'll be interesting to see whether he starts next season.
But they drafted another quarterback in like round 3. So they've already got 2 quarterbacks. They've just drafted 2 quarterbacks. I think they've got another quarterback who's injured. So they've got like 5 quarterbacks. So it will depend whether I think it will be one of them things where he'll get a chance. He'll be unreal. He'll make them really good, and then like it will. Because I think it was Tom Brady went in. He was like 100-odd pick.
What's your American football team of choice?
I don't have one. I just follow
Just
them all.
watch them out?
Yeah, just watch it all. I think if I went out there to watch something, you might. But
Got to pick Denver Broncos, haven't you, for Higgins?
oh yeah, true. Yeah. I did watch that. I've been watching that TV series called Ballers, which is the Rock's series. Have you seen that before?
No.
So it's like that's like all about NFL. Like he's an ex-NFL player, becomes like a financial advisor and stuff. And in that, it's all Miami Dolphins. And when I was younger, it was all Raiders. I think I had like a Raiders coat or something when I was younger.
I follow the Raiders, but
They're shit, yeah. But they've just they got to pick like maybe 4th in the draft, and they picked someone really
But
good.
did they not? Is it because with the draft, don't people who are the worst teams
Get
give
to
their
pick.
drafts to they give
The
their
worst
pick
team
to
get
somebody
pick
else
first.
so that they can get more picks?
Yeah. So what happens is the worst team get to pick first. The second
Right.
worst team picks second. So if you're the best, you pick like last.
So in the
basically.
Premiership, Man United would get 7th pick.
Yeah, they'd be
Oh,
quite
okay.
high up. Yeah, they'd get
Yeah.
a decent pick. I mean, they probably picked the wrong person, but
I need to find a Man United podcast somewhere. And get that.
but what then happens is, say like there's somebody in the draft that you really want, and you're like your position 7, and you know this person's going to go 1 or 2. You can then say to the team that are 2, we'll give you our next year's pick, this pick, and fucking this player to have your pick
Your
there,
choice.
so you can like trade your way up to make sure you get someone.
Changing the sports side slightly, what is this footballers thing that's going on at the moment?
Ballers, yeah.
What is it?
It's just like a.
Seems a bit of a mess.
But what is it? But I don't know. Is it I mean,
It's just a load of YouTubers and like
influencer five-a-side.
influencers 5-a-side
But
with some
did they not have
ex-pros.
leaks?
Yeah, they
Did
got
he
some.
manage a team or something?
Yeah. It's
I
just
only ever
like
see stuff on social media, and obviously I don't do social media very well. But but is it on TV? Is it?
it's on Sky. Yeah. It's like where Sky spend all their money now. We've gone from Champions League and football to.
And literally,
It's live on YouTube as well, I'm sure.
is it?
Yeah, yeah.
and is it
I've
daily
caught
games,
bits.
weekly games,
It's
or?
weekly, I think, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And is there like 10 teams in the division or something? Or?
They do
I
like
don't know.
different games. You have like a normal 5-a-side game, then you also have like a
It'll have like a
one-on-one.
yeah, like a buzzer goes off, and then it changes into
I've
like
just never,
a
I've never
random
seen it.
game.
I saw Ian Wright on it a couple of weeks ago.
yeah. It
but-
looks like fun. I think it's just if you've not sat down and watched it.
I just didn't
Like,
understand
I
what
had
it
it
was.
on the highlights and the highlight on Sky Sports News, and I was like, "What the fuck is going
Yeah.
on here?"
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
because I hadn't had it explained to me. You're just a bit like, I don't know what's
So
happening.
if you
but-
three young people don't know about it, who's talking?
I think it's like a
Yeah. But you think like Andy Ginger, for example, podcast are really good friends with Luke Littler. They do like a lot of streaming and stuff, so it's like that kind of audience.
Right, I
whereas,
see.
like, I don't really watch streamers. Do
Yeah.
you?
No,
Like,
no.
do you know, so it's like I'll watch like YouTube videos and stuff. But
Streamers to me are them things that you do when the party pop and all those like ribbons come out.
it's
you
the
know?
same thing.
Yeah.
TikTok kids on these comments are going to be calling us fucking boomers and everything.
Yeah.
Whoa, is it?
Come
What's
in.
going on? Can you put little explanations along the bottom for me, please, so I understand what's happening? Yeah? Boomers.
But yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's had a shitload of investment, but I think it came off the back of what was the one that Gerard Piqué set up? So like called like Kings League or something
Yeah,
like that,
it's-
and that was where he had like a 5-a-side league in Spain.
Is it
And it
5-a-side or is it 7-a-side? Or
I think it's
'Cause the goals look-
5, I
is it
think.
right?
And then, but they do one-on-one games and penalties and
Oh,
all
crikey.
sorts of stuff. It's like, yeah,
I thought Josh would have. That's where I looked at Josh. I thought Josh would have the answer. Yeah, but we're all in the same.
It is
page.
crazy, honestly,
Yeah.
when because it's like there's a normal game and it's like whatever, but then like for whatever it's like last 5 or 10 minutes, these lights and everything go off, and then they say it's like super mode or something, and then it's like there's just like loads of goals or the goals count double, so all that match beforehand just doesn't
is
seem to
irrelevant.
matter.
What
Well,
was
I
the-
mean, it
That's what-
does technically,
It's
but
like
not
when you were a
really.
kid and it's your mum shouting for you to come in and say,
Last goal
"Oh,
winner."
last goal the winner."
Yeah.
what was?
yeah.
Can you remember there was a TV advert? I think it was like an American one taking the piss, and it was like multi-ball, and all the balls would go on the pitch. And it was like,
No,
it's a
yeah,
bit
it's
like.
literally like that. Yeah.
I saw Troy Deeney was on it. He got like sent off straight away.
Yeah, I saw that tackle. Yeah, he just seemed to be going out, just beasting everybody, didn't he?
I've heard it's a good night out though.
Yeah.
Like to actually go down and watch it. Like seems
Yeah.
like good
Is it all
crack.
in London?
Yeah, yeah. Always,
like
yeah.
one stadium.
Yeah,
Obviously.
yeah.
See if Pep gets involved in that, he'll not want them played in London. He'll want those games to be split around the country. Won't he?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be massive? Like, give it 3-4 years. Do you think it'll grow?
I think like the stuff I'm seeing again, it's obviously a different crowd, but like a lot of people are like pissed off. You're paying for a Sky subscription, and your Sky subscription's gone from like having an ex-pro talk to you about football to
Yeah,
like
but I could definitely see it growing because I think you've only got so many people now who are interested in like streamers, like people that age. But 5 years from now, it's just only.
it's gonna
audience
keep
will
getting
just
bigger,
grow,
yeah,
do you
yeah,
think?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it'll just depend if they can stick with it through
Yeah.
that growth phase, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be an interesting one, but I think it's just was the same as what happened with like Soccer AM and stuff, wasn't it? Like Soccer AM in the like when I was growing up was like the best fucking TV program in the world. It was like, watched it every week without fail. Like,
Yeah.
That was probably Sky's first TV program, wasn't it? With Helen Chamberlain and the Chelsea fan. Loves
Yeah,
Wright.
but like woke culture ruined that. Like that was a
Oh,
very
totally.
un-PC show. Like
What's the
looking
bit when
back on
they
it.
used to get the girls on? They'd be
Yeah,
like,
the-
18. Great age, great age. It's like,
No, yeah.
They started putting things back out now, haven't they? About things
because
that
what
were
was
said in
the
the past.
Geordie
That's been-
Dancer guy was on there.
Yeah, he
wasn't
was.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you see the one about women's football? What's been doing the rounds?
Yeah.
Where it's like, he's just slating it. He's like, I was watching paint dry the other day, and they're all clapping. Like,
Oh yes,
"Hey."
I've seen that. We loved it, yeah. And he said this about the new comedy program that had just started.
Yeah,
And
new
he said- and it says we've got England women's football from Wembley, and Helen Chamberlain sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't see those things.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, Eni Aluko would have you if you said any of that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I saw a bit of that. I thought Ian Wright's. I thought he sounded that really well.
I mean, she's just off her head, isn't she? Like, I mean, do
He seems to be doing an awful lot for women's football.
you see the thing he's paying for that woman's?
Yeah, but
she's
I don't.
suffered an injury.
But
and
she's done commentary with him and everything. I think he said he supported her. I haven't really heard her come out and say anything.
She said
against what
thing,
Ian
and then
Wright said.
Then she apologised, didn't he? And,
But
like,
I
socially,
just,
and he
I just
said,
feel as if people can't win. You've got because Ian Wright obviously is a great personality. He gets teams not just from London, all over the country. They get him. He's fun.
Yeah.
And he's always stood and said the right things about women's football.
Well, he's done.
But
Like I
even
was
that's
saying,
not right.
there's that girl who got injured and she wouldn't have been able to afford a
Yeah, that's
recovery,
right.
and he's paying like 1,400
Yeah.
quid a month out of his own pocket to help her.
Oh, he's
recover.
sound. When when I was in the prisons down in London, he came into one, and
What
did
he
like a
do?
talk.
What was he?
What?
What did
What
you
was
get him
the-
for?
what was the info?
Was it slagging off women's football?
But he did a talk down there, and he'd stepped back from like doing all the punditry so that he could help out like the
Yeah,
local
Stuff, yeah,
community.
yeah, yeah.
Like he just said, I want to spend more time
He's a
and
top
money.
guy,
Like,
yeah,
helping
yeah.
out.
And I think the
proper
fact because he
sound.
started his football career late. I don't know how old he was, but he was in his mid-20s, I think,
Yeah.
before he sort of broke through. And I think he'd come through. He hadn't come through the normal
He'd had it
channels.
hard, and
And he's done it all properly, but he's always, for me, he always seems to say the right things. It was
Yeah.
really
But
surprising.
she's been a fucking nightmare. That woman, that Eni Aluko. I mean, she's a shit fucking pundit anyway. She's the one who said, what was it? She was like,
Sorry,
Richard-
Joey, what are you saying?
did you not see? She said like someone had scored 10 goals in 30 games. That's like a goal a game or something. Like
Oh,
live on
yeah,
Well, she's
TV.
not very good at maths.
Do you know what I mean? Then she was like, "There's a 10-point deduction. There's nothing worse you could get, or something." She's just said so many things where you're like, honestly, like, and it's on like, you know,
I'd definitely have a lot of comments in me like that if I was a pundit. I think I'd be so shit.
yeah.
I'd
But
be
I
like
think
Michael
it's-
Owen 2.0.
Oh yeah, God. But I think she did the thing where it was like, can you remember the goalie Paddy Kenny?
Oh God, yeah, from Celtic.
And he was at like QPR, I think maybe,
I think,
or something like that.
Blackburn as well. I don't know, somewhere.
But she made a comment, one of them comments on TV, and then he like tweeted about it, and then she like inboxed him loads of shit, like calling him like fucking white trash and stuff like this. I was like, and he shared it all on social media, and I was like, fucking hell, like Jesus Christ. But sometimes it's like maybe she hadn't been getting booked for gigs and stuff, and she's just tried to say something to get herself back relevant. But you picked like the worst person to probably do it to, because he's like you say, he's done so much for the women's game and that, like.
Well, footy in general, hasn't he? I mean, he just seems to, he comes across as like a nice, natural football fan who tries to do good.
Yeah, he doesn't
And
seem
he's
like
funny.
he's like you say, he's involved in a lot of football, but because he's good, nice, relatable to all
And
fans.
he always does the right thing, Shane.
But rather than, like some pundits, you see him on like everything, and you're like, fucking hell, like, just give us a break from this. But you don't feel like that with Ian Wright normally, because he's
class act.
He wears his heart on his sleeve, especially when England. I mean, I don't care about England anyway, but when England plays, he's brilliant.
Yeah, he is. Right, so scenes, we did the blind ranking videos last time, and they went down so well. Lots of really nice comments on the videos. I've got some more this week.
I've got a couple for you, just so you are not out of the firing line. by the
Oh,
way,
what?
so-
No, I'm all right, mate. I'm fine.
I've got some as well.
Yeah,
That's
Josh,
what we
yeah,
want.
me and Josh.
Get Shane in that firing line.
So I've got another Newcastle United strikers one. Seems the strikers one always goes down really well, but I've used obviously different players, some same ones. So I don't know if you want to do this together, or one of you just wants
I think
to do it.
together's better because you sort of deliberate a bit, don't you?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
So go together then. All right. So the first one is Mark Viduka.
I think he was a Middlesbrough player still.
Yeah, I totally agree. So he's 9 or 10.
And Leeds as well, when he was
Yeah.
quite good at Leeds. What do you want, 9 or 10?
9.
9. Oh, hang on, that means he's a striker. If we put him at number 9. But we'll put him at number 9.
Jackie Milburn.
Well, we never saw him play, but his history tells you that,
Milburn standing.
I think if you put him number 1 or 2,
yeah,
nobody can be offended. Nobody can be offended with that.
I don't know. It's TikTok.
I will go number 3 then.
What do you want to go?
2 or 3?
it's got to stand. It's got to be 2 at least.
2. There you go.
Ian Rush.
11.
He didn't play enough for us, did he? Yeah.
10.
Ayoze Perez.
He was underrated, at Newcastle.
He
Perez.
was.
He was very, very underrated. I hope he still knows that we loved him.
Give him a ring.
Or engagement ring. I would say he's got to be halfway.
Yeah,
I would say
5.
5.
Yeah.
Mitrovic.
I quite liked him as well.
I love Mitrovic.
Yeah.
He was a power horse, wasn't he? But again, you've got to. Yes, he was a good player. His heart was in it. But he was just learning his trade here, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
So I would put him below Perez personally.
6 or 7.
Yeah, you pick a number.
Oh, I don't mind. No, you pick this one.
7.
Patrick Kluivert.
We've got 8.
Yeah.
Malcolm McDonald.
Well, put Jackie Milburn number 3.
No, you put him 2.
I'll put McDonald. I'll put him up there. Number 3.
3. Gouffran. Johan Gouffran.
Well, we've got 6. Is that the lowest number we've got left? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just taking over here. Do you want him any higher?
You got 1 and 4 left, and this
Okay.
is Faustino Asprilla. Was my favourite as a
Yeah, I
kid.
really liked him, to be fair.
Yeah. It's a weapon, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah. That season we came second, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was.
And that Barcelona game was he
Yeah.
got a hat trick, didn't he?
His debut at the time we couldn't get to Ayerson Park, so there was a beam back to St James's Park. And we watched it in the Tino Asprilla beam back at St James's. Brilliant. Well, I mean, the worry is what's going to be number 1. So
Yeah.
Tino being number 1's not a bad thing, but do we take a risk and put him number 4?
You do it.
I'll put number 4.
Lamano Lualua.
I'll take that, to be fair.
So yeah, maybe if you'd have, well, Milburn should have been 1 really. No,
In hindsight, yes.
Hindsight, I don't think.
But I thought you'd have dropped because last time you didn't. Did you put Isaac in last time? I can't remember.
No, Isaac was in last time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you guys put him like 3 or something.
No, we had Shearer's number 1, Isaac was number 2, I think.
No, because I think you had Les Ferdinand too, because you were waiting.
Oh yeah, there's big Les. That's good. I'm happy with that. 1, 2, and 3.
So I've got 2 midfielders. One. So do you want to this? One is like I'll do 1 for Jeff, then 1 for Josh. So 2 different ones. So blind rank these Newcastle United midfielders. Gary Speed. This is for you, Jeff.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
4.
He was good, wasn't
He was brilliant.
he? Lee Clark.
7.
This person, I don't know if he fully classed as a midfielder. I put him in because I just wanted to get him in. But Tamuri Ketspire.
9.
I just
all he ever did was kick a ball.
Yeah, I know. It was class though, wasn't it? Rule Fox.
Oh, these are good players.
I know.
Fox was brilliant for us, but goodness knows what you're going to bring out the bag. So I'd have him at 6.
Chris Waddle.
Well, technically, I have heard a rumor that he is a Sunderland fan.
Ooh,
but
10.
he was good for. But we only really saw him for a couple of seasons. So have we got 7 in there?
No, you've used 7. You've got 8, 10.
Who have I put?
So you got Speed 4, Clark 7, Ketspire 9, Fox 6.
I'd have my 5.
Nicky Butt,
10.
Paul Gascoigne.
2.
Lauren Robert.
Again, he was a good player, but he was fantastic. But I see midfield players as work engines, pass the ball. Robert was a flair player, turned up sometimes, didn't turn up all the time.
Scored 3 kicks, didn't he?
Have I got a 5 in there? Got
Nope.
5, 6, 4?
No.
What have I got?
1, 3, 8.
So I've got 3 left. You're going to bring somebody great out and somebody rubbish out, aren't you?
Who knows?
I'll have Robert 8. There you go.
Barry Venison.
Oh, Venison was a great captain for us in that season. I was there. So what have I got left? Number 1 and
3.
3. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
David Batty.
Well, he's got to be number
He
one.
wasn't number one, but he was class.
He was class.
Yeah. So,
They're hard when you mix them up with the different eras.
That's the whole point.
You know what I mean? Rule Fox was brilliant for us. Venison was great for us. Lee Clark was great when Ozzy was with us.
Gary Speed was brilliant.
Gary Speed was fantastic, but Gary Speed was brilliant everywhere he played.
Yeah,
Everton,
he was a great
Leeds, great.
Right, this one's for you then, Josh. So
Oh,
blind
good luck,
rank
Josh.
these Newcastle United midfielders. Jacob Murphy, number one, mate. Has to be number one. He's class.
Yeah, how he is this season is unbelievable. I'll go 4, which is a bit harsh.
I hope you're going to put background songs on for these ones that we've got.
Sean Longstaff.
It's got to be like a 9.
Jonas Gutierrez.
For what he did,
Some big names
it's
going
got to
out
be like
here.
a 7.
7. Isaac Hayden.
No, 10.
Alan St. Maximin.
It was when we just relied on him constantly.
Yeah.
Like it was that full
get
season
the
where it's
ball
just
to him.
kick the ball to him and he'll score.
We didn't even run up the field
No.
with him. All the other players just watched him run
Yeah,
up the field.
literally. Yeah.
You can do it!
Have I got 4?
No.
What have I got?
You got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8.
5.
Has he got back into Mourinho's team?
Yeah,
yet?
he's in the team
He's
now,
got back
yeah.
in the team, has he, man?
Jack Colback.
Oh, I got 8.
Kevin Nolan. He was class for
Yeah,
us.
he was, to be fair.
Come on, do the dance.
The old chicken dance.
Oh, what have I got left?
You got 1, 2, 3.
I mean, he did score a hat-trick
And
against the
6.
Mackhams.
1, 2, 3,
he
and
did.
6.
1, 2, 3. It can't be a 2. 1, 2, 3. You'll have to be 6. I can't be 1, 2, or
It's
3.
hard. I don't like this
You
game.
don't know what's coming out.
No, I
though.
don't know.
I don't like this game.
Damien Duff.
He was alright, to be fair.
1, 2, or 3.
3.
Harvey Barnes.
Well, in his form at the minute, or 2.
Ryan Fraser.
Honestly, that was shocking.
That was
Yeah,
a
that
proper
was really
stitch up,
bad.
that was.
So if you look at that 10 there, who would you have it as number 1 out of those 10? Because you've got
Jacob Murphy,
Yeah, it
mate.
could be
I
Murphy,
fucking
to be
told you at
honest.
the
Harvey
start.
Barnes or Jacob Murphy.
I tried to tell you at the start.
St. Maximin was
Maximin,
unbelievable
yes.
for us.
Kevin
Who else
Nolan
that?
was a decent
Kevin
signing for
Nolan,
us as
yeah.
well, yeah. Like, he was decent. So now,
Gutierrez as well would have been
Good,
one
yeah.
higher,
I mean,
yeah.
Longstaff's not really. It's been difficult for him this season.
yeah.
Yeah, it has.
So last Newcastle one. So this is do it together. Blind rank these Newcastle United defenders. Andy Griffin.
We signed him from Stoke, I believe, didn't we? I would have him down at 8.
Stephen Carr.
I see him as a Spurs player. 7.
Yeah.
Andy O'Brien.
Andy O'Brien.
Yeah.
Liam O'Brien.
Andy.
Any O'Brien. Andy O'Brien. Well, he was 6. Only because he scored against the Magnums.
Colaccini.
Oh, do you know that song?
What?
I haven't got one, so I can't sing the song. I would be up there. I'd have him 4. He was a cult hero, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Bob Moncur.
Well, he did, I suppose he's going to get in there. He lifted the cup. He played well for us. I'd have him above Colaccini. So what do we say for Colaccini? 4.
4.
3.
Paul Dummett.
Hero, to be fair.
What numbers we got left at the top?
You got 1, 2, 5, 9, 10.
He was a warrior, wasn't he?
They'll go 9.
Yeah, that seems really harsh, but yeah.
Yeah, 9.
Glenn Roeder.
Oh, the Roder shuffle. I'd have him. See, the problem is Shane's going to bring out some random, isn't he? Here. So we've got 1, 2, 5 left,
And 10.
and 10. But he's definitely going to be 2 or 5. I would say we'll say 5.
5, yeah.
Dan Burn.
1.
Josh has been
Straight
waiting
away.
for him since the last podcast.
Well, I'll go with Josh if he's been waiting that long.
DeAndre Yedlin.
I like Jedlin, to be honest. He's playing with Messi now, isn't he?
You got 2 or 10.
2's a bit high.
I really like
I
it.
was just waiting for that comment there. That's brilliant. There's got to be 10.
Yeah.
Emil Kraft.
No, it's set 2. He's been a
Yeah.
great number 2 this year.
Yeah, it's been
Solid.
solid servant, to be fair.
Yeah, you're going to get some hate on that.
It's not fair though, is it?
Nah.
It's hard. It is hard. This
I
one's
think what you should do some real research, and you should have like a really good next time we need the top
the actual top 10.
The actual top
Yeah, not
10.
blind ranked.
And then we could, because then you could.
We'll do that next time. But this,
because we want love, not hate.
we've got. I've got some Man United ones again.
Come on.
So we'll do this one just you first, Elliot. So
Elliot, we're not going to help.
blind rank these Man United strikers.
Great.
You got some hate on the last one, even though I didn't think your order was that bad.
Yeah,
to
I
be
thought I
fair.
did okay.
Yeah, it was, obviously I think we said the only one was Cantona. Could have been higher, but he came out last.
I can't remember who was on that now. Who's not going to be on this? So it's all
Some might still be on it.
right. Okay.
Dimitar Berbatov.
Oh, what a touch!
Yeah,
What a touch!
silky player he was.
Because we had so many good ones in the last one, I've put him quite high. I'd probably put him in like a 5.
Yeah.
Carlos Tevez
Rat.
lost all his respect when he.
Yeah,
Let's see.
but great player.
Yeah, he was a really good footballer,
Yeah.
but
You just got to decide how you're
I'm
going to
gonna
make
have
this
to.
vote.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably a better player than Berbatov, but I'd probably put him at 7 because I think he's a rat because of the
Good shout.
Ferguson stuff.
I thought you were just talking about what he looked like, to be honest. But
Well,
Radamel Falcao,
I mean, for us,
he was shit for you, but
yeah.
he was. What was it? Porto and Atletico Madrid. He was like so
Yeah,
good there.
great
wasn't he?
career,
You can
Like,
only
yeah.
judge him on his performance at
for,
Man
for
Yeah.
Man United. Yeah,
9.
Henrik Larsson. He was fucking class. He was only there for.
Did he
what?
play just one season?
I think it was like 1.5. I think. Didn't he come for like half a season?
Did he come from
Yeah.
Celtic? I can't remember.
No,
which one.
Barcelona on loan. He went from Celtic to Barcelona, then he
Barcelona.
came from Barcelona to Man
Right.
United. I
I
think.
mean, what have I got? I've got 5,
You just did 5 for Berbatov, so you've got
6.
Cavani.
Again, similar to Falcao, really, but he was all right for us, wasn't he? What
Was
have I got?
Was he better than Berbatov?
You've
No,
used
definitely not.
5, 6, 7, 9.
8, it'll have to be, I think.
Rasmus Højlund.
Oh, fuck.
Oh God!
It's going to have to be 10.
Oh,
Sorry, I like him, but
not scored enough.
The striker's job
yeah,
is
he
to put
needs
the ball in the
score.
net.
He doesn't do that. Well, he scored at the weekend.
Mark Hughes.
What have I got?
1,
4.
2, 3, 4.
He was
Wow.
great. Mark Hughes
He was
great
class,
for
yeah,
Man
yeah.
U.
Yeah, fuck. Who's he got? That's the issue, isn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4.
3.
Ibrahimovic.
So many of these, like
Yeah,
not
you got
for-
so
not for
many.
Man U,
Yeah,
but like,
you got so many strikers when they were just past the peak,
know.
right? On the way out.
We had Ian Rush, John Barnes.
Yeah, yeah.
we're gonna have
Cliver.
Van Persie coming up. Oh, we had Van Persie in the last one, didn't we?
1,
what-
2, 4.
It's tough, that, isn't it?
Put him at number 4 because he won't be happy.
Mm.
He won't be happy if he's number 4. That's how I would vote on him. He was a good player though.
Yeah, yeah. I've got 2 because I think you'll have some duds in there.
Brian McClare.
4.
He was decent as well. Though. So that leaves your number 1 as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Oh,
Oh, perfect.
brilliant!
There you go.
No hate
Yeah,
whatsoever
no
on
hate
that
at
one.
all.
I've done well.
I don't know. I think you'll still get some hate. It's
On
TikTok,
who?
mate.
And who?
So you had
They're not
Solskjaer 1, Ibrahimovic 2, Mark Hughes 3, Brian
Yeah,
McClare
all the
4,
TikTok kids are gonna want Zlatan higher, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Berbatov 5. So I don't know if you want to do these together or Elliot can just do them. This is Man United midfielders.
You could help me out.
We'll help him out.
So blind rank these Man United midfielders. Paul Ince.
Incy Wincy. He was good for Man U.
Yeah. Just give him-
Play for Liverpool.
Yeah, no. It's
He
8.
put him in- yeah, that's a good level there. Yeah.
Owen Hargreaves.
I do like Owen Hart.
I like
Yeah.
going Hargreaves as well. Yeah.
Was he any good at Man U though?
I think he started to get his injuries. Didn't he, I
Yeah.
think, but still did play some all right games.
7.
Marouane Fellaini. The beast.
I actually wish we had him back. He'd be very useful
Yeah.
in
Still
our
got,
current
has
Man
he still
United
got
team.
curly hair.
Fuck knows.
Shaved it, didn't he? I don't know. He's such a mixed bag, Fellaini.
I would have him as 6 person. There's got to be some. Man, you've got some crack.
Above Owen Hargreaves.
Above Paul Ince.
Yeah, yeah. That's no. We can't do that.
Terrible
It's
start.
gonna have to go
already, guys.
higher. Yeah, it's gonna have to go. What we got 9.
9.
Yeah,
Paul Pogba.
10.
10.
Fuck me.
Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Oh,
5.
well, I tried to help.
5.
Oh, this can we delete this one?
No, you've got
Okay.
6. You've used 7, 8, 9, 10. So you've got 1 to 6.
6.
Brian Robson.
Oh,
All right.
he's good. He'd be up there.
3, 2.
Yeah,
3?
he'd be up there,
3?
definitely.
Ander Herrera.
I actually loved Ander Herrera. He's a class player.
Workhorse.
4.
Kobe Mainu.
He's got potential.
He's got a long way to go.
Yeah, potential.
You've got
Like,
1, 2, and 5.
He's filled out a bit. You know, I'll plan for the future. I'll put him in 2.
Oh.
1 Matter.
Oh. Now it's a toss-up between has he got someone good or
Yeah,
bad?
that's a.
I love Juan Mata. I think he's
But
brilliant.
if you had to start from the beginning, where would you put Juan Mata?
Somewhere in the middle,
probably like a 4.
4
Yeah,
or 5,
You've got 5 left, so you've got 5 or 1.
This is yeah. I really like Juan Mata. 1.
Is that because he's called Juan?
Yeah, he's 1.
The last one was Scott McTominay.
Yep. All right.
He should be not. I mean, he's
a
probably
5. Yeah.
on that
Bit
list.
higher.
He's on current form. He's definitely the best midfielder
Have
on
you seen
that
that?
list.
Yeah.
Have you seen
He's
the
insane
Italian
at the minute.
fans start wearing kilts?
Have they?
There was something in the press where they've turned.
He's
them
been
on.
class this season for them.
Yeah.
All the
Absolute
Man U
class.
players that have left this season have been. Anthony's been class. McTominay's been.
Shows what
class.
happens when you get coached properly. Isn't it?
Sancho was good for like 3 games. And now
Rashford's done okay at Villa.
he's injured now the rest of the season. Isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He's back to his Man United ways.
Oh,
Yeah. Right. Blind rank these Man United defenders.
Okay.
Dennis Irwin.
It's been a while.
Dennis Irwin. Because last time he didn't put Nemanja Vidic in, I'm going to go for number 2.
Ronnie Johnson. Pretty sure did he start the 99? I'm pretty sure he started the.
He had a couple
The
of
Champions
good
League
he had a
final,
couple
I
of good
think, didn't
seasons at Man U.
Yeah. 5.
Mikel Sylvester.
Sylvester.
Better or worse than Johnson? That's the way to do that one.
What do you think? Yeah, I mean, he had a good run. How long did he play? It must have been like...
A few years. He got into
yeah.
Arsenal, didn't he? After you, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. But again,
That
if
must
you've,
score him down a little bit.
Yeah,
you've had some great defenders, so I would say potentially what could come out, I'd put him lower than Johnson.
7, 6?
Yeah.
6? Go 6.
6.
Johnny Evans.
Well,
The first time or second time?
Yeah.
Both as bad as each other. Weren't they?
But he's not as good as Sylvester, is he?
7. Definitely had worse.
Eric Bailly.
Bailly.
Yeah.
8.
Oh, yes.
He's aggressive as fuck, wasn't he? But very injury
Couldn't play
prone.
football.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Spider-Man.
Oh.
Great. Like 1v1 defender.
Yeah, he is
like
a good.
one of the
tackler,
best in
isn't
the
he?
league.
You wouldn't have him in the top 3 or 4, but you'd have him around about. Well, you got
I'd
4.
have him at 5 or 6,
Yeah,
but
we
they're
got-
both taken.
Yeah,
aren't
you've
they?
used 2, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's gonna have to be 4.
Yeah, 4.
He's a good defender.
Yeah.
though,
He's
isn't
done
he?
great at
Not a
West
good.
Ham.
He's terrible going forward.
Diego Dallo.
Oh, you've got some stingers
It's
in
really
there.
difficult, isn't it?
We're slowly letting you just take the floor. Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
You
go
got
on. 6, 7, 8 are gone, aren't they?
Yeah, 6, 7, 8.
You got one.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are gone. So you've got 1, 3, 9, and 10.
I don't think he deserves a 9, but I think he's gonna have to be a
Yeah.
9.
Henningberg. He was quite good.
He did great.
Yeah.
Was
Came
he not?
from
Was he not,
Blackburn.
when you did the quadruple or the treble or whatever? He was in that team.
Yeah, I think he
wasn't
was in the same one as Ronnie Johnson, I think.
Yeah, I
wasn't
think
he?
you're right.
Jesus Christ. I'm getting ripped apart either way,
Yeah.
though.
So you've got 1 left. You've got 3 left.
1, 3, and 10.
1, 3, and 10 left.
It can't be 10 purely if it's in the treble.
If he's-
winning
yeah.
season. Can't be 10 just for that. So it's going to have to be 3.
Raphael.
Based on your
I-
principle,
I like Raphael.
based on your principle, you only got 1 and 10 left, and you're hoping that one particular person's coming out.
Yeah, but I think he might be having me on. I think even Vidic might not even be in there.
Oh,
Raphael. He was really good. But when
You're trying to convince yourself
he
he's
had a-
number
he had
one.
a- he had a twin brother, didn't he?
Yeah,
They both played
Fabio.
for-
Yeah.
they both played at Man U.
Raphael and Valencia on the right were fucking insane for a few seasons. They're really good. Not a 10 or a 1, are they?
No, but they have to be.
I'm feeling Elliot's pain here because in 5 years' time, when we do this, the defenders are all going to be different, aren't they?
Yeah.
So just come on, 1 or 10, good player.
It's gonna have to be 10. I really like him. I'm praying for a Vidic, but
Chris Smalling.
yeah. For Roma.
Yeah,
Roma was brilliant, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, that
Is
didn't.
he still
That's a
playing
shame.
Smalling?
I think he's injured. I think he's been injured.
But he's still.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
6'8" or something. It's massive. You don't realise how big Smalling is.
You don't realise how big Smalling is.
Right. I got last Man United one, which is blind rank these Man United goalkeepers. Fabian Barthez.
Absolute nutcase.
He was off his head, wasn't he? Like all the time.
Have we done goalkeepers before?
Not Man United.
Not Man
No.
So there's going to be some good ones.
He was class though.
Yeah,
It-
I'll give him like a 3.
Yeah.
Ooh, high.
Well,
You've had some good
Ooh.
who else do you
goalkeepers.
think- I mean, like you got Van der Sar, De Gea is obviously
Yeah.
a really good
Schmeichel.
keeper.
Banana?
Schmeichel. Yeah.
Banana.
Yeah.
Is that the next
I,
one?
No,
I,
no,
I would
I-
probably have him, like you say, 4. I would probably go 4 or 5. You've got
Really?
3. You're the man.
I'll
United.
go
No,
4.
we'll go with 4. We'll go with 4.
Edwin van der Sar.
Is he a 1? Is he or 2?
Well, what
Sch-
if Schmeichel comes out?
probably 1, isn't he? Yeah, 2.
Andre Onana.
10. I'd rather have Thomas Kuszczak or Anders Lindegaard.
Tim Howard. I like Tim
More of an
Howard.
Everton player.
Yeah,
he
he
was.
was like a good servant for them.
Newcastle
Wasn't
tried to sign him.
he? Did they?
7.
Fortunately, we didn't.
7.
7. Ben Foster.
8.
David De Gea. It's class, wasn't he?
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, he'd be up there. They should never treat him the way.
Oh no, I'd have him back.
Yeah.
Blink of an eye, I'd have him
Yeah.
back.
I mean,
He was
Especially
better,
now.
better than Onana with it.
Please.
He took a year out and did fuck all, came back and was still better than Onana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Victor Valdez.
Yeah.
Didn't do
I mean, we
great
had,
for
like,
you,
one
did he?
season, didn't he? What have we got? 8, something like that. 9.
9.
9.
Thomas Kuszczak.
It's gonna have to be 10. He's just like a substitute.
You've used
wouldn't
10. Onana's 10.
he? Oh shit.
You've got
8.
1,
Oh, 9.
5, and 6.
It's gonna have to be 6.
Roy Carroll.
You see, I've got 5.
Yeah.
Did he have Spit the dog?
Your last one for number 1 is Massimo Taibi.
Oh,
I knew he always had
yeah.
something,
I think
something
we've
up his
worked out
sleeve, didn't he?
Shane's tactics now.
Yeah.
I can't wait until you do his next time.
I've got his.
Oh, you got his? Yeah, good,
Yeah.
good.
Should we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do,
Let's
yeah.
say
I've got a
Payne.
few other ones on here
No,
as
you're
well.
not allowed anymore.
I've got some different ones that are like good for
He's
everyone.
fighting for it now.
Everyone
Just
to do.
get him Payne.
This, I mean, to be fair, this is probably one for all 3.
Yeah, but no, we want Payne.
Whatever,
I'm
mate.
not
yeah.
sure I've got much pain, but all right, we'll give it a go.
That's a nice one.
Well, so just Shane.
Yeah.
Top 10 footballer personalities.
Right, okay.
All right. Gary Neville,
8.
Joey Barton,
Oh, hang on. I should probably keep a note of what I've used. 8. Joey Barton, 10.
Mario Balotelli,
Oh, yeah. He's got to be high. He's a legend.
He's a legend.
He is. He set fireworks off in his own bathroom. He's a right legend. 3.
Michael Richards,
Don't mind Michael Richards. His laugh gets a bit too much sometimes.
Yeah, it can
doesn't
be,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't mind him though. We'll go 5.
Gabby Agbonlahor.
Oh yeah, 9.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shit
I think that'd be a 10 for me. I think.
I've already used that. Otherwise, it would be.
Yeah. There's Zlatan Ibrahimovic,
Yeah. 2.
Roy Keane,
4.
Luis Suarez,
Not sure he had much personality other than biting people, did he?
and being racist.
Yeah, true.
11.
Yeah, 7.
Eric Cantona.
Just trying to see what I've got. How many are left
1.
after Eric Cantona?
Mm.
So I've got 1 and 6. He can go 6.
Paolo Di Canio.
Yeah, what a legend. It's not too bad actually. Yeah,
Sunderland.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were.
They're gonna love
There was a good mix of people on there, weren't there?
Yeah.
To be fair, it was like Paolo Di Canio was a weapon.
Yeah. I got one more.
Remember when he pushed the referee?
Yeah, it was class. One.
Got one more if you want to do this one together.
Go on then.
Blind rank these top 10 football fan bases in the UK. Liverpool.
They do have good support, to be fair.
I'd say 3.
Yeah.
You say 3?
Yeah,
What was it, sorry?
4.
Liverpool.
Yeah. From what you
Fan
said
base.
earlier about
From
how
the
much
fan
you
base.
hate their fan base, they want
4.
to say 3.
For Liverpool,
Yeah.
no. I'd say 5.
So
Stick
we'll
'em in the
go
middle.
halfway and say 4 then.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
whatever.
Man City.
Couldn't
9,
sell all the tickets.
9, yeah.
9.
So,
Re-
what number are you saying for them? 8?
Well, I said 9. but
Oh,
you can do
9.
8
No,
if
no,
you
go
want.
9. No, I'm happy with 9.
Oh, hang on, I'll just keep these.
We've got 4 and 9.
Yeah.
Wrexham.
10.
I don't know. It's hard to.
They've obviously got. Must have like a die-hard fan base that they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
See
if
it
we
in
talk
that
about
first
fan bases, surely Wrexham's going to be smaller than.
Going to be smaller, but isn't it like we're ranking their
How good the fans are.
Yeah.
how good the fans are?
Oh, okay.
Like,
I'll go with you too. On that.
although I guess they are going to have a lot of like
Yeah, American fans.
American
Yeah.
fans and stuff as well. That I'd probably
But compared to
we'll
Man
put them
City,
above
at
Man
least they've
City.
got fans.
Yeah, put me 8.
8.
Yeah.
Everton.
Just kind of feel sorry for him a bit, don't we?
Yeah. Scouse Mackhams, didn't it?
5. We'll put them below Liverpool just for just because
8.
they had Mackhams.
Spurs.
I would have, you got 10 or 6.
Yeah, or 7.
Yeah, but I don't think Spurs. I don't think they've got a massive fan base.
I think they got like a
I
decent
mean, obviously
fan
in
base.
London
and
they
stuff.
have.
Yeah, got a
But
decent
outside
fan
of
base and
London-
stuff. I don't think they're like bad fans, and obviously they just don't ever win anything, so you have to feel a bit sorry for them. What do you want to go? 7?
Yep.
7?
Sunderland.
15?
What have we got?
10? That was easy.
Uh,
That'll get some comments.
Celtic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
top 2.
Yeah,
top
definitely
2
1
or
or
3.
2.
I'll put 2 maybe.
Yeah.
2, yeah, definitely.
Arsenal.
Fucking
Shane loves the Arsenal fans.
6. That's what we've got. I think that's. Is there 2 left after
Should
this?
be 2 left. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got 1 and 3.
Ooh. Man United.
Well, they're going to have to go 3, aren't they?
Yeah.
Can't put them 1.
Because Real Madrid will come out first, you see.
Well, I'd rather have anyone other than Sunderland.
Newcastle.
Hey, go on.
Perfect.
But I mean, based on the fans there, you would have Celtic up there, you'd have Man U up there,
Yeah.
Liverpool.
I think Celtic and Rangers both are like
Yeah.
Yeah.
class fan base, aren't they? Really.
Hmm.
Obviously, we're the best, and then
Better than all the rest.
that weren't bad. That one. So this is blind rank these current Premier League wingers. So not specific to any club. Mo Salah.
It's got to be 1,
He's gotta
really.
be up there,
Yeah.
number 1.
Shit.
Number 1.
Callum Hudson-Odoi.
He's had a good season.
Yeah.
I would put him in the top 5.
Oh, definitely top 5.
Would you
Yeah.
say 4 or 5?
Yeah.
From 5.
5?
5, yeah.
Brian Mbuemo.
Another.
Solid,
Another
yeah.
good
So good.
season, isn't he?
So
Yeah.
good.
So you just
4.
go 4? Yeah.
There's some good wingers in the Premier League,
Yeah.
though.
Anthony Gordon.
Well, I think he started really, really well.
He did.
He's not had a
Yeah.
better season than.
And he's,
No,
He's not.
Harvey Barnes had a better
but,
season.
but has he
yeah.
had a better season than Mumbai or?
No.
No.
So you had to put him 6,
I would possibly go 1 higher.
or would you?
Well,
Well,
you've
you
used
two.
Like
5.
you've just said, you've got.
You've used
We've
1,
used
5, and
five.
4, so you can't. 6 is what.
Yeah, I
you-
wouldn't go
Set.
3 because we've got like loads of. We've got like Saka and all that.
Yeah.
left,
Yeah.
haven't you?
6 was it?
Yeah.
And Murphy will come out.
Yeah.
Son. I mean Son.
I think he's had a, not. I
Terrible
don't think he's had a
awful
great
season.
season.
Yeah.
I'd have 9 or 10.
I think that's harsh. Are we saying like on current form, or are we
I don't think it
saying
has to be on current
Yeah,
form.
'cause
I think it.
I think you
current
can't- you
form is the
can't-
main
you can't
basis.
have Son
but
number 9? Like he's.
Well, would you have him higher than? You've got 1. We've got 1, 3.
you've used Salah 1, Hudson-Odoi 5, and Mbuemo 4,
we've got 2,
Gordon
3.
6, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I mean, before this season,
He would have been in the
he's a
top
class
5.
player.
Oh,
Yeah,
He'd
yeah.
probably be a top 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
not this season though. Definitely not. Like when you factor in this season,
Is
he's
is this season dragging him down that far? Yeah.
So the only high number you've got, a low number you've got is 3.
Yeah.
So would you put him 3, or would you
This
put him-
season, no, but as a winger in the Prem, last 5 years, I would.
So you want to go 3?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
3.
Saka.
So he'd be up there, wouldn't he? Number.
Well,
You've
2.
only got 2.
Yeah,
High
it
left.
has to be, yeah.
Jeremy Doku.
I don't think. I mean, he's just average. So what we got?
You've
7,
got 7, 8, 9, 10.
8,
8,
Yeah.
Jadon Sancho,
10.
or 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Karu Matoma,
Oh, solid
He's been
7.
class,
Yeah.
and that leaves Jared Bowen in 9th.
Harsh.
That's probably the only. The rest are pretty
Yeah.
bang
I
on.
think what would have
I think
happened
Bowen
is based on Son. You're right on Son.
Yeah, Hudson
Yeah.
Odoi is probably the only one who, at the end of the list, is too high.
Yeah.
He's in
Yeah.
5. And obviously, like we said, he's had a good season this season. But
Yeah.
if you base it off 5 years,
Yeah.
he'd be lower down,
Yeah.
and you'd probably put Bowen at 5. Wouldn't
You're
you?
right. There's some cracking wingers in the Premiership.
Unbelievable.
Great
There's
ones.
loads on there. I tried to, I could have put in that I left
Jacob
off.
Murphy,
but
missed Jacob Murphy off. Harvey Barnes. Just say
William Asula.
Joe Willock.
All right, so blind rank these Premier League fullbacks.
Current.
Current, yeah. Ben White.
For me, he would sit halfway.
Maybe a bit higher than halfway.
Yeah, I think he's solid.
6.
Oh, yeah, 6.
What do you think? 4?
I think he's pretty good, like.
Suppose who've you got currently that's better? I think there's a few.
What, 5?
Well, you'll go 5.
5.
Yeah,
5.
Stick him in the middle. Trips.
I'd have him 4, 5.
Yeah, if you look at his career, what are we going off this season or the
You
whole
have to go off
career?
the same logic you've used
I think
before. like-
over his
I mean, he's been
career,
class
over his
this
career, he's
season.
been
It's-
consistent. I mean,
Yeah.
he's done it at Newcastle. Obviously, he's done it in Atletico.
Yeah.
Was it Spurs?
He had a,
Right,
he,
yeah.
he's only had a little, he had
He's
a little
played for
spell back
England,
end of
he's got
last
loads
season
of caps,
for
so,
us where he
You
was
know,
shit.
I would
didn't
have
he?
him in the top 5, like 4 or 5.
Longevity, like it, like
Yeah.
longevity, like how long
Yeah.
he's,
Yeah.
how long he's been going.
So what you want to put him for?
4, yeah.
Reece James.
Again, I don't think.
Too
I think
injured,
he's a good player. I think he's injury prone.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
drop
think we've
him
seen
down
the
to
best of
like
him, so I'd probably have him a 7 or 8.
7, yeah.
Pedro Porro.
8.
Yeah, I would have him down there. I don't think he's consistent enough.
Rayan Ait Nouri, the guy from Wolves. He's decent.
Again, he's
he
just
is.
he's just new
decent.
though, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's good though. He'll end up at
What
one of the,
nationality
he'll end
is
up
he?
at one of the big clubs. Morocco,
Morocco.
I put him in
or
the fantasy football team this week.
yeah. Morocco or Algeria maybe.
I don't think he's done enough personally.
Yeah, I think if
compared to the one
do this,
that
do
we've
this in a
had.
couple more years,
So
I think
I'd
he'll
probably
end
have
up
him
at
as
a
a
big
high
club.
number just because of his longevity. So we've got an 8 or a 9 or 10.
You got 9 and 10.
9,
So
yeah.
we'll go 9, yeah.
Anthony Robinson, Fulham left back. He's had a good season. But
Yeah.
He's had a good couple of seasons, really, hasn't he? Has he only ever played for Fulham?
I'm not sure. Not sure who he was at before.
But again, so we've got a 7. I know we've got a 10 in there.
Yeah, you've got.
They're right.
You've used 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
So I'm as a 6 or a 10.
6 or a 10.
Or a 10.
I mean, I'd probably put him in a similar bracket to 8 Nori though.
Yeah. So will you go 10? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10.
He came from America to
Right.
Fulham. Gvardiol, the City.
City.
Yeah.
It's good.
Solid.
Fucking so good.
So
yeah.
what have we've got 6 left, did you say?
You've got 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
6.
I mean, for current,
Yeah,
I'd probably put him higher than
yeah,
6.
so we
2 or 3,
three.
isn't it? Yeah.
3, yeah.
Mark Cucurella.
6.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
Nice hair.
Jurien Timber.
What we got left? 2.
2, got 2.
1
left.
and 2.
Yeah,
Oh.
so definitely having 2, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Timber?
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, well, yeah, so
What?
perfect.
Yeah,
Number
it's
1.
like that.
Yeah, anything.
Did he play when Liverpool won against Spurs? Was he playing? I never seen
Yeah, I
the
think
game.
so. No, yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him celebrating after. Right, so blind rank these Premier League centre backs. William Saliba,
Oh, he beat my top 3.
Yeah,
So
he's got to be
easy,
top
yeah.
3. Yeah.
2, yeah.
Fabian Schär,
6, 5, 6. Halfway.
6.
6. Scores goals.
Nikola Milenkovic, the Forest
Forest.
one. Been class this season, to be fair.
4 or 5.
Yeah. 5.
5.
Yeah.
Gahey, Mark Gahey.
I
Hasn't
think
been
he's
as good
I
this
think,
season,
I
yeah.
think he's
Scored a few goals for
disappointing.
Newcastle,
I'm so
hasn't
glad
he?
he
Yeah,
has. I'm so glad we didn't sign him last season.
Yeah.
For 70 million.
So
Yeah.
I would have him down 8 or 9. How he plays for England
8 or
is
9?
beyond me.
Yeah.
Which one?
8.
9.
Go on, 9.
I don't know how to say his name, but is it Huyson? Dean Huyson, the Bournemouth one?
Yeah, I mean, he's got potential.
He's going to be great for years, I think. isn't he?
Yeah.
It's 4 or 5 left.
You've got 4.
Yeah, go
Number
for
4, yeah.
Jared Branthwaite, the Everton one.
So what, we've got 1, 2, and 3 left.
You got 1, 2, 3, 7. No, you got 1, 3, 7, 8, 10.
Future Man United captain, isn't
Yeah,
I mean,
you'll-
based on the
it'll go
numbers
to
we've
Man
got, we've got to
United,
go 3 or 7.
he? Yeah.
He's better than Fabian Shaw.
Yeah.
But who could we coming out with? What
Still haven't had like Van Dijk.
yeah, so we'll go 7.
Yeah.
Just because that's
Yeah.
number. Yeah, 7.
Matthias de Ligt.
Still got. Need a better season for United as a whole to
Yeah.
judge him, really.
So we've got 1 and...
You got 1, 3,
He's
8.
He's a solid
10.
player. Like,
So you got a choice of 8 or 10 or 3.
he's a solid player, but it's gonna have to be 8, and he's not really
Right, good.
proved
Take that.
himself.
Ruben Diaz.
But he'd be got with... We'll go 3.
3, yeah.
Virgil van Dijk.
He'd be
1.
sadly number 1.
Yeah.
Dirty bastard.
Lewis Dunk.
That's a bit
10.
harsh.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's not
All
bad.
right.
That's probably
Yeah.
one of the best ones, I think. Yeah, you got Van Dijk 1, Saliba 2, Ruben Diaz 3. That young
I
lad
hope
from
he gets
Bournemouth
found out
4.
next season after signing that contract with Liverpool.
Oh yeah, I hope him and Salah have a fucking
Oh.
fall off the face of the earth. And
Yeah.
do
I
a
can't say
rubbish.
Salah, but that Van Dijk's just got away with so much this season.
Oh yeah, he should have been
Incredible.
banned about fucking 100 times.
Yeah.
So blind rank these 10 Premier League central midfielders. Enzo Fernandez.
See Chelsea. 8.
Yeah. 8 or 9.
Yeah, yeah, I'm happy with that.
8. Alexis McAllister, the Liverpool.
4 or 5.
5. You think higher?
It's had a good season, though.
Yeah. 4.
Five.
Maybe 5, maybe 5. Yeah. There's some good
5.
ones.
Bruno Guimaraes.
9.
The top 3.
Did you say 9?
Yeah, he said 9.
Well, he's definitely got to be lower than Bruno Fernandes anyway. So.
Oh, we've got competition. You've seen
3?
Bruno now. Fuck off home. I'll be with my top 3.
Yeah,
all right.
3.
I'll have 3.
Did you see when he scored the goal and he was going, "I'm Bruno"?
Yeah.
When he scored in the Newcastle Man United game. It's like, did you say 3?
Yeah.
Declan Rice.
This whole season just changed, isn't it? Really?
Well, he scored 2 free kicks, and all of a sudden everyone's talking about him. But I
But
wouldn't.
I would say since he's moved out of the 6 into the more advanced role, he's fucking so much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
The problem is for England, he'll get put back in the
Yeah,
6
yeah,
when he's like,
I'd have him at 4 myself.
yeah.
he is
Yeah.
good. He's really good.
He
I think.
is.
Kevin De Bruyne.
2.
Again, if you go off like this
Yeah.
season, he's been
I think,
pretty
yeah,
dumb
you've gotta
paddy,
have-
but
you've gotta
like
have him up there
last
as well.
5
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
fucking hell.
Me
Yeah.
too, yeah.
It's not far off the 1, really.
No,
It kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
is like.
If it wasn't for this season, it'd be 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2. But yeah.
2. Yuri Tielemans.
He's been good. What have we got left?
6, 7.
You've got 6 and 7, yeah.
I'd have 7. I don't rate myself.
Yeah,
I think that's better. I think there's much better midfielders in the Premiership than him.
I'm going 7.
And he had a chance to come in Newcastle and didn't come. I'd have him 10. But we'll have him at 7 because obviously it was a bit of.
Thomas Soucek, the West Ham one.
Yeah, we'll have him high number. Because we've only got 2 low numbers left, I think, haven't we?
Yeah. So
You've
we've got
got-
8 and 9.
You've got 1, 6, 9, 10.
I would say
10.
9.
Yeah,
10.
9 or 10. I will go 10.
10.
10.
Tonali.
See, because what's going to happen now is
It's not.
and
one.
for me, Tonali is better than Bruno. I don't think he's as good as Kevin De Bruyne.
Zidane said, did you see Zidane come out about him? So he's like, he reckons he's one of the best in the world.
Zidane has
Yeah.
said that.
Zidane, yeah.
Well, yeah, tell you, if Zidane's
Yeah.
telling me he's one of the best in the world, he's got to be number 1.
He's not going above Kevin De Bruyne.
Well, he's got to.
surely.
Who else is going
But
to be?
yeah, but like you guys have put Kevin De Bruyne too. Like, who are you waiting for to put number 1?
Yeah.
Bruno
Tonali.
Tonali? It's dead easy for
Why don't we
me.
have a vote on it?
Bruno
Yeah.
Fernandes.
Why don't we have a vote?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Josh. So what numbers have we got for Tonali? We've got a choice of number 1.
You got
No,
1, 6, and 9.
Yeah. So based on the fact he's better than him and Bruno, my vote is he goes number 1. Josh?
Yeah, he's better
No.
than Bruno.
You've been
mate.
outvoted there, mate. I'm afraid.
No.
2 to 1.
I want to put out there. I think that's wrong. All right.
Thomas Partey,
9.
9, yeah.
Ryan Gravenberch.
6.
There you go. So you
Yeah,
would have
that's
been
not-
waiting. You'd have had Partey or Gravenberch.
I don't think
at
that's
number
too
1.
far off.
I think so. Kevin De Bruyne, definitely one of the best midfielders that's ever been in the Premier League.
If
this
you
season,
guys were basing this off
Sandro
like,
Tonali,
the last 5 years or whatever you were saying, then De Bruyne should be number one.
Yeah.
I think he should be one, really.
And then really like
De Bruyne will be in the top 5
Premier League
of all
midfielders
time.
ever.
100%,
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. I agree.
We should have made him number one, really.
I took your side there. I thought Man City player, obviously.
Rodri could have been on there.
Yeah.
Didn't have any Man U players.
Yeah. I was trying to look for one, and then I was like, Scott McTominay's the only decent one, and he's not there anymore. Right, so last one of this type is blind rank these 10 Premier League strikers, current Premier League strikers.
Current.
Chris Wood.
Are we going to base it on this season?
I think you have to.
Last 5 years. I think.
Yeah,
Last 5
that's
years,
to your thing, I think, really. I think obviously maybe the weighting factor is like this season.
If I was basing Chris Wood on this last 5 years, I would have him as a 6 or a 7.
Yeah,
but you've got to
6.
think there might be some strikers on here that have only played one season in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So you can't always just say the last 5 years. You have to.
How many world-class strikers are actually in the Prem currently?
Not that many.
No.
So would you have him halfway?
5, yeah.
Yeah, 5.
He's had a really good season.
Really
Really
good
And he was
season.
like.
I think he scored 19 goals.
He was like solid for us without scoring goals, wasn't he? He like did a good job for us, but Mateus Cunha.
Could have done better.
It's going to be our new number.
He's coming to us.
Something.
He's coming to Toon. He's coming to Toon.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
like you say, if you're basing the last 5 years, he's
Well,
only been here 2 years. Or
I
whatever,
would have
but he's
personally.
class.
I would have him if we've got Wood at 5. I'd have him a 6 or a 7 just because I think he's got a lot to learn. And it's his first season in the Premier League.
He hasn't scored that many, has he, this season?
No.
Something like
He's been
40,
suspended
15
for
or
half the
something.
season.
That's the problem. If you sign him, you're guaranteed to lose at least 5 games a season
Yeah.
for suspension, aren't you? But he is fucking class.
Yeah.
Is he? Is he Brazilian?
Yeah.
Is he?
Plays for him as well. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I've just based on.
What are you
Wood
saying?
being up
6 or 7?
there. 6.
Erling Haaland.
Nice. He's got to be what, top two.
think
he's-
2.
Probably.
He's
Yeah,
got to
but
be- are we
like,
going to do
second,
the Kevin De Bruyne thing?
Yeah,
who are you putting
two.
over him?
Exactly. So number 1.
Well, no,
Isaac.
yeah.
Hey, I love John. Yay!
He's not been great this season, has he? But
He hasn't.
Yeah,
Still
But he
scored
still
quite a
scored.
lot.
I'll tell you what's
Going off
interesting.
there.
He
if he
hasn't
got
been
him
great
right
this
all at
season.
the start of the season,
He
didn't
absolutely
Yeah.
messed my fantasy football team up
Yeah.
because I bought him. Everyone sold him, and I thought, right. And then he got injured.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what, you going 1?
I think he's got to be 1. You look. You know.
Yeah,
why,
go on
you
then.
know
Yeah,
why
yeah.
you're saying
All
it.
right.
I agree with you, Elliot, that he should be number 1.
Ollie Watkins.
I would put him above Wood.
Yeah, it's
I
gotta be
would as
above
well.
him.
So what, we've got 4.
4.
Jean-Philippe Mateta.
Good
I
season.
like him. I like him. He's
Yeah,
decent. Yeah. You were linked. Man United were linked to him, weren't they? I
And like
think?
with every
He had a
striker in the
great.
Premier
He
League.
had a good.
That
he
goal
missed-
against Arsenal was good, wasn't it? When he chipped.
He had a great
fucking-
semi-final.
Yeah, he was good in that.
He was good against.
He's a good
He was all
presence,
right.
isn't
He was all right up here.
Yeah.
He tried hard.
We've done that thing every time where we just chip away at the middle at the
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, and
And
then
then
we've
we're
got 1, 2,
left
3
with-
or 10.
Yeah.
So what number we got left?
2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It can't be a 2 or 3.
No,
There's
I
too many.
would have him a 7,
Yeah.
7 or 8.
Yeah, we're doing it again.
Yeah.
Do you want-
7.
7.
7. Liam Delap.
Well, we've got one of the high numbers.
You'll buy a new number 10 as well.
8. No, yeah.
What do you want to do? 8, 9, or 10?
9.
9,
Dominic Solanke.
10. Oh, he's not had a good season for Spurs. He's
No.
been injured.
Yeah.
How can he?
But-
How can he not be injured at
He was
Bournemouth?
good last season for
Yeah.
Bournemouth.
Was,
like,
yeah.
How can he not be injured at Bournemouth
think-
and always be injured for Spurs?
Must be how they train.
I would have him 9. We've got 10.
You got 10.
10 or 8.
You got 8 and 10, so it's up to you.
8 or 10.
10 feels harsh.
Who
I
have we
feel-
got- who have we got left? Like,
Wow.
it could likely be picked, yeah.
Do you think it's just going to be recent players coming out?
Yes, current Premier
Current
League.
Premier League. Well, let's go 8.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, yeah.
Darwin Núñez.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Easy.
Joshua Xerxes.
1.
11. So you've got 2 and 3.
I mean, it's wrong either way, but he's
Gotta
not,
go
it's
3.
not been bad. Yeah, he's going
Yeah,
to be 3,
3.
but he's not. He's been
Isak.
alright.
2.
2.
2.
Yeah. It's not
So-
too bad.
Xerxes 3. That's
Yeah,
very
that's
bad.
bad.
Is that the guy that got substituted and got loads
Yeah.
of...
Yeah.
But he's been good since, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a bad footballer.
missed-
he missed
it's
the
just
penalty.
like he's not really striker, is he?
Yeah,
I don't think.
Did he
so.
score the penalty? Sorry. And was he the guy that came off?
Yeah.
Fans hated him.
Yeah.
And then did he score the penalty in the cup game or something? And they were like him again.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Where's he?
So you went Haaland, Isaac, Xerxes, Watkins, Wood, Cunha, Mateta, Solanke, Delap, Darwin Núñez.
Delap could be higher because he's young, but I don't.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I've got so these are a couple of little bit different ones. So I'll do this one all together first. So can you name me the players in Premier League history, the top 10 that have had the most shots, that have taken the most shots? So obviously you guys need to tell me and I'll tell you if you get them. I've got the top 10 here.
Salah.
So Salah's number 3. He's had 1,060 shots. Aguero's 4. He's had 1,015.
What period was it? What year was it?
The Premier League.
Steven Gerrard took a lot of shots.
743. He's number 9.
Shearer.
Nope.
Lampard.
Yeah, he's number 7, 832.
Rooney.
Rooney's number 1, 1,237.
I say Beckham, but I don't think Beckham would be in there.
Oh, he
Too
didn't
early.
spend enough time over here, did he?
Giggs.
Nope.
Liverpool players.
To be fair, this might be since Opta started tracking the stuff, but I guess
Suarez?
it's going to be... No.
Be like a James Milner. Someone who's
No. I think just left the Prem. Would have broken the record probably if he stayed. Harry Kane, number 2, 1,179. Nope.
Van Persie.
Van Persie, number 6, 862.
Van Nistelrooy.
No. You got 3 left.
Van Nistelrooy.
You got number 5, number 8, and number 10.
Cole. Andy Cole.
No. So number 5 is he's in the Premier League 100 club goals.
Ian Wright.
No, played for. He was part of a little and large strike force. Played for England. Defoe, yeah. 871.
Dwight York.
Nope. So these two are both current footballers. One plays in England still, and one plays in the Premier League still, and one plays in Italy.
Ronaldo.
No, he plays in Saudi Arabia.
Does he?
I was going to say Peter Crouch.
No, current players. One plays for Arsenal.
Currently.
Yes. Winger. Doesn't actually play that much because he's pretty shit now.
Martinelli.
No. Think of someone who's been in the league for years.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, Sterling.
Yeah.
Oh, crikey, Moses.
Yeah.
What number's he?
8, 774.
Yeah.
And then the last one is he's played for your team, Elliot. Played for a few teams. Now plays in Italy. Striker.
McTominay.
No, it's what's his name? He's played for Chelsea. Oh,
Lukaku.
Lukaku.
Yeah.
How many shots did Rooney have compared to the second person?
About 100 more. 50 more.
Was top. Rooney was top.
Rooney 1237, Kane 1179, then Salah 1060. Can you name me the top 10 Premier League players with the most red cards?
Roy Keane.
Yeah, Roy Keane is he's joint 4th.
Joey Barton.
That's what I was going to say.
He's joint. So there's 3 in joint 1st, 4 in joint 4th, and then 3 in joint 8th. So like the top 10 is actually like split like that. So yeah, Joey Barton's in there, joint 8th.
Diego Costa, is he in there?
No. One of the top ones was on the overlap recently. Likes to beat up burglars if they try to rob his house.
Oh, Duncan Ferguson.
Duncan Ferguson, yeah.
He's funny.
That was a class episode.
He is funny. I loved his house. And my wife was upstairs with the kid. What do you do? He said, I just beat him up.
Pretty bad, he said, didn't he?
Had to call an ambulance.
You got to think like great rivalries in Premier League history. People that just got sent off all the time. Talking of overlap, who else is on overlap?
Gerrard might have got sent off, did he?
Nope.
He got a lot of red cards.
Who else is on overlap who used to get sent off all the
Jamie
time?
Carragher.
No.
There's Jimmy Carragher, Gary Neville, Gary
Neville's on.
No.
Roy Keane.
Yeah, you go,
I
Roy
said
Keane.
I
Was
said
that
Roy
Roy
Keane
Keane?
at the start.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I've got.
That was the first thing I said.
Who did Roy Keane always have a rivalry with?
Oh, Patrick Vieira.
Patrick Vieira. So he's number one. Patrick Vieira and Duncan Ferguson are number one.
I didn't think Vieira got sent off that many times.
You've got one of them is a very old school early Premier League. So like if he'd have carried on playing throughout the Premier League, it'd have definitely been number one. Joint number 4, turned into a movie star.
Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones, yeah.
Turned into a movie star.
Also joint number 4 is someone from Sunderland.
Catamol.
Yeah.
Can't know.
No. I don't. There's 4 left. One, I reckon you'll get 2 of them. One is the joint top is a defender.
Vidic.
No, and he's like he played for Man City, like older stuff. But it was my generation, so I remember him getting sent off all the time.
He played just for Man City.
No, he played for other people as well. I think he might have played for Villa, maybe. I don't know if you'll get him. His first... don't know what clues I can give you, really.
First letter of his name.
First letter of his first name is R. First letter of his surname is D.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Say it.
It's Richard.
Richard, yeah.
He played for Southern Ireland, I think, as well.
Yeah, he did,
Oh,
yeah.
God, I can't think of his surname. But that's going back. That's early Premiership, that, isn't it?
I'd say early
Mid-90s?
early mid-prem, I'd say.
It's before my time.
No, he wasn't early 90s. He definitely played mid-prem time, I'd say.
I think it was surname.
Richard Dunn.
Yes, he played for Blackburn. No, did he play for Blackburn? No, it was another Dunn.
I'm not sure.
Richard Dunn, anyway.
Oh, that was David Dunn, I think,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
David.
So you're missing one of the ones in number 4 played for Newcastle and Man United. Be semi-surprising, but not really surprising. Used to have bleach blonde hair.
Duff.
Nope.
Nicky Butt?
No.
Bleach blonde hair. Oh, Alan broke his leg.
Yeah.
Smith.
Play for Leeds.
Alan
Alan
Smith,
Smith.
yeah. And then the last 2 you've got are in joint 8th.
How many times did Alan Smith get sent off?
Whatever, the same amount as Roy Keane. And
Really?
Vinnie Jones.
It's like 13 or 14. then.
Really?
Jesus.
Wow.
Then the last 2 you've got, one is like when you're talking like longevity in the Premier League, played in the Premier League for ages, would have had maybe one of the most appearances.
Milner.
Not him, the other one that always gets mentioned along with him.
Gareth Barry.
Gareth Barry, yeah. And then the last one you're never going to get.
All right.
He played for Arsenal. He also played for Fulham. He was like a winger. This was like early Prem as well. He's got a double-barreled surname. It's Lewis Boamorte. Like
What?
He's a joint on there with
What?
which is mental, isn't it? Like right, and then I've got 2 last ones, which are for you two first. So for Josh and Jeff, can you name me the top 10 Premier League goal scorers for Newcastle United?
Bloody hell, what's Shearer be? Shearer.
Shearer's number 1 with 148.
Ferdinand.
Yeah, he's
Cole.
Andy Cole.
Yeah.
yeah. So Ferdinand and Cole. Cole's got 43. Les Ferdinand's got 41.
Callum Wilson.
Yeah, he's number 3 with 47.
Isaac.
Number 2, 53.
Perez or someone like that.
No,
Demba
nope.
Papa Cisse.
Yeah.
Papa Cisse, yeah, 37. Think of
What is it? Just Premiership?
just Premier League, yeah. Think of who Elliot got loads of hate for.
That's a hard one. That sausage rolls.
I think he ranked him too high.
Shola.
Shola, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got 43, same as Andy Cole. That was the thing, wasn't it? I think Andy
Yeah.
Cole had got his in 1 season or
Yeah,
something.
1.5 seasons.
So yeah, you're missing number 4. Cult legend. He has 46 goals.
What sort of season did he play?
Early.
Early on.
Yeah.
So in the 90s.
Yeah. Probably one of our best players back then, early on.
So we said Ferdinand.
I think he played for Liverpool as well.
Beardsley?
Yeah, Peter Beardsley, 46.
Oh, I forgot he played in the Premiership.
Yeah. And then you've got 9 and 10, both midfielders. One used to take free kicks.
Robert.
No.
Ginola?
No.
What nationality?
Peru.
Oh, Nobby.
Nobby
Solano.
Solano. Yeah. And then
God, again, it's so long ago now. It's scary, that.
Yeah.
number 10 is no longer with us.
Speed.
Gary Speed, yeah.
Yeah, then he said
36.
Gary Speed.
Yeah.
How many goals did he score?
36.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is quite good for,
That's brilliant.
for
that.
him, really, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Because
Yeah.
you never saw him as a natural goal
So he was
scorer.
36, Solano 37, Cisse 37, Les Ferdinand 41, Andy Cole and Amiobi 43, Beardsley 46, Wilson 47, Isaac 53, and Shearer 148.
Wilson only needs three goals to get 50.
It's like you have 30, 40, 140.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just crazy, isn't it? But so then we've got the same thing, Elliot, for Man United. So name me the top 10 Premier League goal scorers for Man United.
Wayne Rooney.
Number 1 with 183.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, 95. Number 5.
Beckham.
Nope.
Scholes.
Scholes number 3, 107.
York.
No.
Cole.
Yeah, 93. Number 6.
Solskjaer's not on there, is
Yeah.
Is it?
Number 7, 91. It's mental that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer only scored 2 goals less than Andy Cole.
he? He's a substitute.
Yeah.
Giggs.
Giggs number 2, 107 as well. Giggs and Scholes scored the same amount of Premier League goals. That's like
Ridiculous.
fucking mental, isn't it?
Yeah. We have Ronaldo.
Yeah, number 4, 103. So you're
Yeah.
missing 8, 9, 10.
Marcus Rashford in there.
Yeah, he's 8, 87.
9 and 10. It's obvious.
9, I would say semi-obvious early on Premier League. Like your cult hero.
Cantona.
Yeah, 64. And then number 10, you can see it, but also you'd be surprised by it. More recent. Left more recently.
Striker or winger or
Bit of both. Could have been a Ballon d'Or winner according to the clauses in his contract, but
I'm having a brain fart.
you got a bit of hate for him on the other podcast, and I think you replied to one of the comments about him saying that his one goal was worth more than
Martial.
Martial. Yeah,
Can't believe Martial makes that list.
63.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, isn't it? It's like the one
Scored 63 goals.
63 Premier League goals.
Jesus.
But he was here a while, wasn't he? Like when you because I looked at it. Everyone else on that list, you kind of expect. Scholes was the only one that surprised me. I was like,
But he played there for like
but Scholes and Giggs scoring the same amount of goals, and Giggs was like a
whoa,
winger.
that's a big statement, isn't it?
Like-
because you would think Giggs would have a
You'd
little
think-
more. Yeah.
I think that's when you get the stuff like I always see
Scholes,
people doing
Scholes,
arguments where they say
scored some great
Giggs
goals.
is better than De Bruyne because he set up more goals than De Bruyne,
Yeah.
but it's like he set up like, I don't know, argument's sake, 130 in like 900 games, and De Bruyne's
Yeah.
got like 129 in about
Yeah.
fucking 200 games
Yeah.
or something. It's like crazy, isn't
I
it?
wonder where Scholes sits on like goals from outside the box.
As well, yeah.
He scored some
But-
screamers, didn't he?
I mean, early on in his career, he was a proper like attacker midfielder,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Like even for England and stuff, he was really
Yeah.
really good.
Unbelievable.
When his shirt used to be about 40 sizes too big for him.
He always used to-
It's like, he was class though.
So I'll give you like 2 options. It's who won more games as Newcastle manager?
Okay.
So Jason Tyndall or Alan Shearer?
Jason Tyndall.
Jason Tyndall.
Jason Tyndall, yeah, it's 2, Shearer 1. Graham Jones or Jason Tyndall?
Graham Jones.
Yeah, Graham Jones.
Graham Jones and 0, Jason Tyndall 2.
Oh, he seem to be in charge of it all the time, Jones.
John Carver or Jason Tyndall?
Did Carver do it more than once?
I thought Carver had done several because when Pardew went, did he not take over for a bit? End of the season, I would say Carver.
Yeah, Carver.
Yeah, Carver 3, Tyndall 2.
Oh, it's tight, isn't it?
Sam Allardyce or John Carver?
I must say
What was
John-
Carver?
3.
Because Allardyce was only here for half a dozen games or so, wasn't he? He wasn't here that long. I would say Carver.
Yeah, Carver. Go on then.
Allardyce 8.
Oh, God, was he here that
Nowhere
long?
Yeah. Steve McLaren or Allardyce?
Got to be McLaren, hasn't it?
Go on then.
Steve McLaren 7. Sam Allardyce 8.
Steve McLaren only won 7 games.
Yeah.
My God.
Rude Hullett or Sam Allardyce?
Hullett.
Yeah, Hullett.
Yeah, Hullett 18. Chris Hughton or Rude Hullett?
Chris Hughton. 'cause
Hopefully
he,
Chris
he
Hughton.
managed us in the championship when we
Yeah,
won all them games,
39. Rafa Benitez or Chris Hughton?
Benitez did a season in the championship as well, though, didn't he? But he
So-
did he
He
did he
was
stay when we came up? Did he?
I think he left when we came up, didn't he?
No,
We
he
got
did one
relegated
season.
with him, didn't we?
Yeah, but
And
he
then
came
he
in
came up.
quite late on that season,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Because he said Houghton was 39. It's going to be tight. I'm going to say Houghton.
I must say Benitez.
Benitez 62.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he must have been with
He'd
us
done
3 seasons.
Yeah, because he did a season after
Yeah.
his contract ran out, didn't it?
Alan Pardew or Rafa Benitez?
Alan Pardew.
Alan Pardew.
71, yeah.
Sad.
And Benitez 62. Bobby Robson or Alan Pardew?
I'm just going to say Bobby
Yeah, I'm
Robson.
just going to
'cause
say
I love
Bobby
him.
Robson anyway.
Yeah, 119, yeah. Bobby Robson or Eddie Howe?
You say 119.
119 for Bobby Robson.
And how's been up with
Bobby
4?
Robson.
Bobby Robson.
Yeah, 82 for Eddie Howe.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say that would be like 30, 60, 90,
Yeah.
120. He hadn't even been here 4 years. He'd had to win
Yeah.
30 games a season to get close.
It's good in that one.
Same one, but who's got more caps for England?
Right,
Lampard or Harry Kane?
Kane.
Kane.
Elliot, what do you reckon?
Yeah, Kane.
Harry Kane 105, Lampard 106.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah. Lampard or Kyle Walker?
Was he 106 when he? Lampard.
it'll be-
Lampard.
I think it'll be Walker.
Kyle Walker 95,
Oh.
Lampard 106.
I thought you were right then when he said Carl Walker.
Uh,
I did.
Lampard or Gerrard?
Gerrard.
Lampard.
Gerrard.
Gerrard 114.
Ooh.
Gerrard or Ashley Cole?
Ashley Cole.
Ashley
Yeah.
Cole.
Ashley Cole 107.
Oh,
So Gerrard's got more.
I thought maybe he's the top
Defender, I
defender.
think, yeah.
Yeah.
Gerrard or Rooney?
Oh, I'm going to say Gerrard.
Yeah, because Rooney was injured loads.
We go Rooney to be different.
Gerrard 114, Rooney 120.
Oh, wow. He would have had so many more because he missed a lot of games
Yeah,
for
he did.
injury,
Yeah.
didn't
Rooney or Beckham?
Rooney.
Rooney, surely.
he? Yeah, Rooney.
Beckham 115, Rooney 120.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one here, I've got a little list of names, so it's not gonna have to be off the top of your head. I want to pick England's current best starting 11. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So before we start, I think we need to do formation. Do you want 2 centre mids and 2 attackers, or 3 centre mids and one striker?
Is this like all time?
No, just current.
Current.
So can we go like 4 at the back, 1 holding midfielder, 2 attacking midfielders, 2 wingers and a striker?
Yeah, I
That's
think
what
that
I
makes the
would
most
play.
sense. Yeah,
Manager Shane.
Go on, manager
Yeah.
Shane,
That's
yeah.
what I would go with.
He's the
as
boss.
perfect. Right, so I've kind of drafted them, so you don't have to just have random ones. So the goalkeepers to pick from are Ramsdale, Trafford,
This is going to
Nick
go well.
Pope, Pickford, or Dean Henderson.
Well, it's definitely not Pickford.
Here comes the hate.
I mean, I can't believe you're going right in at the beginning. Could we not done the goalkeeper last?
Yeah.
Well, it's just a bit of a 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Why is Pickford our number 1 goalkeeper?
See, no one has said that he has to be, but you're both saying.
I'm not. I don't think he is.
I'm just saying, I just mean in general, he's always picked to play for England. He plays, I mean, is he a good shot stopper? Is he good with his feet? What's the reason for having him in the team?
I think it's like a inclusion thing. He's got really small arms, so it's like you have to include somebody that like
Well, there you go. There's the reason. We found it.
DEI or whatever it's called.
Who would be your number 2? Or
I think
number
it's
one.
hard. I think Trafford needs a season in the Prem, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He's had a really, really good
Henderson's
season.
had a great season,
Yeah,
hasn't he? And
Henderson.
he looks all right, although he
Yeah.
struggled against Newcastle.
He was class in the semi-final though, wasn't he, as well?
So what you're saying?
I wouldn't pick Pope because he's hopeless with his feet.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick Pope either.
Who were the other
Not
ones?
Ramsdale.
Ramsdale, I wouldn't
Ramsdale,
play Ramsdale. I don't think he's had been consistent enough. So we're down to Henderson or Pickford. Who was the last one?
Trafford.
I don't think he's.
I think he's good, but I think he needs to prove it in the
Yeah,
Prem
he's
before he
not
can
there
play
yet.
for
So
England.
for our team, we've got to choose between Henderson and Pickford. What? Elliot's been very quiet. So
I'd
what?
go Pickford.
Tell me, just give us one reason why.
Small arms.
Yeah, probably the small arms. He's just. He's got the experience.
He's been consistent.
He's
for
got the
England.
experience.
He has been
he's got
consistent.
longevity.
Yeah, he's been consistent for England, but. So
Well, I'm glad
Henderson.
Shane's our manager because he can make the decision.
Henderson.
Yep.
Defenders.
Dean Henderson. Right, so left back. Ben Chilwell, Tino Livramento, Luke Shaw, Miles Skelly, or Lewis Hall.
I know
So-
what you're going to tell
Are we
me.
just talking about this season?
We're talking about who, if England,
Current
were to-
now.
if everybody was
Yeah.
fit, and the team needed to play tonight, who are we picking?
Oh, that's a bit different. I was going to say,
See,
you
'cause
know,
Lewis-
I'm going to go for Luke Shaw because for England, Luke
Yeah.
Shaw's been immense.
But this, yeah.
But he's literally just started playing again.
Yeah, but like if everybody was fit, who would we pick?
Would you play Luke Shaw? Would you play Luke Shaw above the Arsenal guy?
I think
what's
he's
he
fucking
called?
class. That Lewis Skelly.
Miles Lewis Skelly.
Miles
yeah.
Lewis
So
Skelly.
good.
And at the minute, I mean, all I can talk about is Tino and Lewis Hall have been fantastic. Both.
Yeah.
Lewis Hall would have been my player of the season this season at Newcastle, and then Livramento comes in and does that, and then it does everything out, you know.
If it was today, then I wouldn't play Luke Shaw.
And
This
is Luke
is
Shaw?
just
And
left
again,
back.
seriously, is Luke Shaw not finished?
I think
he had
I,
a really
I wouldn't
good-
say
I know
he's
it's-
finished, but it's hard to tell if he
I mean,
gets
is he,
injured
is he
again.
as good going down the wing as those three that we're talking
He
about?
literally
there?
hasn't had a full game this
Yeah.
year.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, it's a tough one. You're going between Lewis Hall and Lewis Skelly, which I think is the argument anyway.
yeah.
Would have been the argument if Lewis Hall was fit at the minute.
I mean,
so-
I haven't really seen enough of the Arsenal player.
I mean, he's
You know, I
unreal.
mean, all that sort of, again,
I mean, he turned up at the Bernabeu,
Tri-
mate, and put on
Trippier-
like a five-star performance against
Trippier
like,
had
all them.
Trippier, who was our defender at the time, had him in his pocket here, and he never got beyond the halfway line against Arsenal in the semi-final.
Yeah, I
So
think he's definitely like as he's played more games, he's got.
Are we
better.
are we biased because it's going to be Tino?
No, we
or
can't be
Lu-
biased. We weren't biased with the goalie, so we'll put Lewis Skelly in. I think
Okay.
Lewis Skelly
Yeah.
or Lewis Hall.
Lewis Skelly, the Arsenal one. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Miles Lewis Skelly. Right back. So Tino Livramento, Wan-Bissaka, Trent, Rico Lewis, Kyle Walker, or Reece James.
I mean, I would put Trent in any England team at the moment, but again, I would pick him for defending or attacking.
Yeah, who are we playing? If it's like Albania or someone, then we'll go. Yeah,
I wouldn't play Trent in midfield.
no, I wouldn't
It
either.
didn't work, and I just
It's a
think,
tough one. I think it's. I'd want to say Tino, really, personally, but Trent is like, it's like a once
He's
in a
not great
generation.
right back though, is he?
No, the problem is just
you
like where does he
struggle.
really
You struggle
play?
where to find his best position
Mm.
for England, don't you?
About
But I
Walker.
think,
About Walker.
No, he's past it.
yeah, I wouldn't play again. I just think Walker's, yeah.
I think it's again like we said earlier, Reece James. If he was fit all the time, he might get in there, but he's not fit enough.
I mean, for me, it would be between Tino Livramento and
And Trent,
Trent.
yeah,
And I'll probably go for Trent just purely simply based on, I think at the moment he's probably a slightly better player.
Yeah.
he's not a better defender, but we'll go and attack. We're
Yeah.
just going to attack like England should. So
Yeah.
Trent,
Yeah. So centre backs, you need to pick two. John Stones,
big damn bud.
Gahey, Lewis Dunk, Dan Burn, Tomori, Konza, Harry Maguire,
You know Tomori, where's he playing?
AC
Milan.
Milan.
And does any? I mean, again,
He doesn't get. I don't think he plays all the time, but. So yeah, I think
I tell you what. Honestly, I think
it's our worst
if
position. I think.
that was. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't even get my words out.
I think
That is, they're not really good choices.
Konsa had a decent season at Villa.
Yeah.
Quite like him. He's played well for England when he's played as well.
I mean, Dan Burn is in the form of his life.
Yeah, if you're talking
And
like
he's got
right now,
good dance.
current,
Today. Yeah.
yeah, today's current form, like you probably put him in the team.
I probably wouldn't put Harry Maguire there because he'd go up front.
Yeah, he's our one striker. So
But again, would you play him out of the choices we've got there?
I probably would play Maguire.
Would you play Maguire and someone like Konza and Burn? The Crystal Palace
Stones.
centre half. for me. I've
Yeah, Gahey's been unreal for England, to be fair, and he's always been really good for England, but he's not had an amazing season for Palace.
Josh has killed us here, hasn't he?
Mm.
Well, I've picked everything so far, so you guys can pick the centre backs.
If I get a pick, I'd say Maguire.
Would you play Gia from Palace?
Probably not over Konsa off this season.
So we'll play Conser Maguire.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
The one central
Wingers.
wingers, yeah.
So you need to do left and right here.
Yeah.
I've just put them together.
We could probably just tell you. Without you
Jadon
naming.
Sancho.
Nope.
Anthony Gordon.
Yep.
Grealish.
Nope.
Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Nope.
Eze.
Oh,
Jarrod Bowen. Madueke. Harvey Barnes. Rashford. Foden. Saka.
Saka plays on the right.
Well, I would play
hands
Saka.
down. Saka's in, and then your left is, for
And
me,
you've
it'd be
got-
Gordon or Eze, based on
Yeah.
current form. Like,
Yeah,
well,
I
not
think
current form, but
and we'll let Elliot pick.
Probably go Eze.
well, I mean, if you're talking like current form, you'd probably play Barnes over Gordon. But if
Yeah.
we're being realistic for England,
even
like,
Bourne's playing quite well, isn't he?
better on the right though, isn't he?
Is
I
he?
think.
So you're going Saka and Eze.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not against that. Eze's
class.
class. Yeah,
As long as he doesn't take the penalties.
don't need to shoots from outside the box.
You got 3 midfielders to pick now.
Yeah, this is easy too.
Adam Wharton, Trent, Declan Rice, Bellingham, Lewis Miley, Curtis Jones, Cole Palmer, Kobe Mainoo, Conor Gallagher, Calvin Phillips, Jane Ward-Prowse, Elliot Anderson, or John Joe Shelby.
Go on, John Joe.
Well,
Well, Bellingham's Bellingham.
Rice and Bellingham?
Rice and Bellingham. But where do you
Palmer.
yeah, so that's what I would say as the 3. But Palmer's in like
Yeah.
shocking form, isn't he?
It's
But
just not. What's gone wrong down there?
don't know if it's Chelsea or him or a mixture of both. But yeah, you play.
Would you go those 3?
Yeah, I mean, the
I
only
think so.
argument I would have is that potentially, if we were in charge and how good Rice has been for Arsenal, would you not want Rice in the 6, and would you play someone like Adam Wharton or Kobe
Wharton's been-
Mainoo or someone like that in the 6 and put Rice and Bellingham as your 2
Yeah.
more dynamic players? I mean, that Adam Wharton's class,
place,
is so good.
It was a Blackburn he came from.
Blackburn to
yeah.
Palace, yeah. So yeah, if I was picking today, I wouldn't play Rice in the 6 personally. I would play Kobe Mainoo maybe or
No, I don't think Mainoo's had
or
enough.
Adam Wharton. Adam Wharton in the defensive and Rice and Bellingham pushing forward.
Go with that.
Yeah.
Cole's
Yeah.
not good enough at the minute. We've agreed,
Yeah.
so we'll do what you
He's
said.
a bit
there.
cold. He needs to warm up on the bench.
Strikers. There's only one. Harry Kane, Ollie Watkins, Ekatike, Tammy Abraham, Liam Delap, or Ivan Toney, or Solanke.
Let's for me, it'd be Kane and Watkins.
It's Kane, isn't it?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's got to
it's
be
Kane.
Kane.
I don't want it
Kane-
to be Kane because he
Yeah.
drops too deep. But
But if you're in charge, you wouldn't
Yeah.
let him.
exactly, I'll be whipping him if he fucking
Yeah.
comes back out of
You'd be
near our
caning
half.
him.
Yeah, be caning him. So yeah, that's what I would go with.
Yeah, solid.
Perfect.
Cool.
You're playing Brazil.
Yeah. So yeah, take Trent out. We'll put Tino on the right. So,
Oh, that's it.
cool. Nice one.